Hail Sindhu.
Hail Sindhu.
Hail Sindhu.
Old School Essentials. This is the 7th session, I believe. It is part 3 of Hail Sindhu. Time for the recap.
I know that Ox has a friend now, Furious George.
Yeah, you started the session. You got the magic crystals, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
Some of you they worked. For others, didn't believe they worked.
Yeah, mine was defective.
Yes.
Wait, what was yours again, Dave? Clearly, it wasn't necromantic.
It wasn't. Don't worry,
heroism.
Yeah, I was gonna say you'll see.
Gotcha. Okay. And then what?
Yeah, you got the ship, and you got your crystals, and then you got the crystals, and then you went and took the clipper ship.
Mm-hmm.
I believe
it's quite the hectic fight.
Yeah, Baruch took your ship and like maneuvered it right next to the other one. There was a big smoke cloud, and I'm trying to think who it was. I think Ox just jumped across, and then Clover jumped across, and eventually they decided to, since the humans and the elves weren't joining you, decided to convince one of the apes to join you, Furious George.
Yes, Furious George. He's amazing.
And I think there was some random shots through the clouds at potential attackers. Merrick did put one of the apes to sleep, and they coup de grace him, and he got the staff.
Which worked flawlessly for me from that point on.
Yes, it did.
About as well as the rope ladder does. Yeah, right.
I don't want to talk about that.
Yeah.
Those things are literally unclimbable.
You got the poison gas ball poison gas rock you threw below.
And don't forget, Ox came up with the brilliant idea to swing the boom around. And right.
Yes, you did.
Didn't that hit someone friendly though?
Semantics, all right? Like it worked.
Actually, I think it hit Ox himself. Did
it knocked Ox off the deck.
It worked. Like I can't get too picky. So
but Furious George did jump in the water to get you.
He did.
This is true.
Yeah, for sure.
Which is a good thing because Ox was wearing chainmail, and chainmail's very heavy.
Well, the last time Ox decided to take his chainmail off so he wouldn't sink to the bottom, he died, right? Like so, I'll just drown this time. I'm not taking it off. My armor never comes off. I sleep in it now. So yeah.
Then
how did we end?
So we went to that island, or that port we were supposed to dock at. We scouted this strange individual that launched like a wand that fired an ooze at us or something like that.
Yeah, it was like some kind of. You found apes that looked like they had been shriveled up, like there was nothing on the inside. And there were two figures. One they had like a backpack and a wand, and they shot out some kind of black ooze, and the ooze proceeded to follow Percival, and
Percival snuck away. The
Poppy.
person with Percival, Poppy, or no?
The Poppy with a Y, not the Poppy with an I.
Yeah.
Proceed to follow them, and you took care of the ooze, set it on fire.
Yeah,
and killed
Poppy
it.
with the Y is what led the ooze back to the ship. Percival was sneaking his ass back to the ship.
Then you went up to the dock, past the other docks on the ship. On the island, and saw more of those guys that you had run into, and were like, "No, we're not." Because you saw the dead apes and decided this is not the place to be, and left. That's when you heard the strange music. That's when Furious George and some of the crew started to dance, and one of the crew members dropped dead. And you tied up Furious George. And that's when they were like, "Where's Merrick?" And everybody ran down to the door and opened the door to see what had happened to Merrick. And that's where we stopped. Percival, Ox are there as you open the door to Merrick's room, and
so you see Merrick there. He's kind of got like a little bit of a sweat going on, but he's just sort of standing with his chest puffed out and his hands on his hips, and he turns to regard you and it's like, "Oh, greetings, friends. Something the matter?"
What's going on, buddy?
No, just enjoying a little calisthenics. Something is something wrong? Should we investigate? How long does this last, by the way?
Did you hit your head, Merrick? Like, are you feeling okay? Do you want to sit down? Do you need something to drink?
I feel fantastic, my friend, but thank you for your concern. And with that, I start walking up to the deck. But again, I'll do it with my chest puffed out and kind of exaggerated walk.
Is he doing lunges the whole way?
No,
no, he's more like this with his hand. Yeah, right. I look at Percy and I'm just like, dude, what? Like, what?
Oh.
And I'll follow Merrick up. I'll follow Merrick up the stairs.
Yeah, Percival go as well.
Okay. So Merrick, you see that one of the crew members is on the ground dead. Furious George has been tied up. A couple of the others are just kind of have collapsed. They're not dead. They're of exhaustion. They look in pretty bad shape.
What evil has caused this? We must avenge our fallen crew.
Okay, I swallowed too much seawater. You're
not supposed to drink that.
Could I get anything for you, Ox? You don't seem to be feeling well.
No, that's fine. Honestly, I'm good. I certainly don't want anything that you've been drinking. So,
Nedrick comes over and he's like, it's Lloyd. He doesn't look good. And if we can't, he's the only one that knows how to do the sheep's hitch. And if we can't get him back,
Merrick,
what must we do?
Can you do anything for Lloyd, Merrick? You seem to be wanting to help.
So is he actually still dancing, or is he
he's
restrained?
He's twitching on the ground. He's collapsed and just kind of twitching on the ground, like he's still trying to move.
Okay.
Still trying to dance.
Well, we got to hold him down for sure. To keep him from exercising himself to death. I don't really have any medicine skill.
This is like a bad sequel to Footloose.
I mean, if he looks dehydrated, because hydration is important, I can try to empty my water skin so he can, get some H2O and electrolytes back into his system.
You could make a wisdom or an intelligence roll if you want.
I will go with intelligence. Okay. I exactly equaled my intelligence.
Okay, so water will help him for sure, but he will die unless he quits doing what he's doing. I mean,
okay. Ox, my friend, we must hold this gentleman down to save his life while I administer some water to him.
What if we just knock him out?
That could work.
Yeah, the gnome has a point.
I got a rock.
Oh wait, so part of the heroism spell, it grants me class levels, right?
I think so.
Temporarily.
I think it does.
Because I don't have the access. My computer's not good enough to run the book and this video at the same time. So
dispel magic.
So if it does, then I could have more sleep spells prepared. And I can try.
Or we could let the gnome knock him in the head.
Do you have the anesthesia rock?
Yeah, I think the problem with that is that we certainly don't want to kill him.
Oh, no, it's just
Yeah, so if you're first to third, you gain 3 levels.
Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'll just try casting sleep on him again.
Yeah, you see he's just knocked out. He falls right to sleep.
All right. Good work, gentlemen. And so just as I go, what is the duration actually on that? Like, is it hours or is it like minutes or rounds?
On what?
The heroism ability?
I'll let you know.
Okay. All right, yeah, so then I'll just give him some water and then just make my way towards the bow, and I'll just sort of stand there. I'll just like Captain Morgan it, just kind of at the bow, and obviously this must have come back from that direction. We must go there and prevent this from happening again.
You see a little dinghy boat moving, coming up close to your ship, and as you look, the person looks familiar. It looks like Kirk.
And as I row up, I'm going, hello, 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 hello.
Oh, jeez.
Let me aboard this fine vessel. Throw me
I'll
a rope.
lower a rope down.
Yeah, so you can climb right back. Here,
Oh,
hold on. Let me throw you my umbilical noose. Here, like,
Yes. My favorite. And I climb aboard. Where have you been?
Oh, welcome aboard, comrade. And I'll just go to put my hand on his shoulder.
Merrick's not feeling well, Kirk. I know you've been gone for a bit, but he's a little strange lately. I think he took the yellow molly. So he'll be fine in a little bit. But he's just feeling kind of friendly right now. It's cool.
Oh, I should mention that actually you can see the purple glowing coming from underneath my clothing.
Gotcha. Oh, all right. Well, at least now it makes sense to Ox now, right? Ox is not a clever man by any stretch of the imagination, but even the glowing will clearly, he's like, I gotcha.
Little bad rat.
No, it's a bad stone. He put a bad stone in his chest. Yeah, it's fine. You know how it is. Yeah.
What about the rest of the crew? There's still kind of a bunch of them dancing.
Oh, if there's more still dancing, then I will try to restrain whoever I can.
I've got more rocks.
Just focus on Furious George first so we can untie him. We probably need him, and we had to tie him up to keep him from dancing. So
On the mat.
yeah, he totally is. Yeah.
So as you guys are doing that, and one of the crew members who's like, "Hey, what's the?" He looks at Kirk. He's like, "Did you bring somebody with you?"
Uh-oh.
Why, my love, Poppy, is always following me around, aren't you, Poppy? And then I'm gonna then through Kirk, you hear, as I cry alone. That's as I cry alone. That's 5. Yeah, I hear the voices screaming. Yeah, okay. He won't understand. Yeah, okay. I got a haiku, guys. That was good.
Fantastic.
But as you guys look over at the little dinghy boat that Kurt was rowing, there was some nets and stuff that were kind of attached to it, and a figure in it almost looks like black armor starts pulling himself out of the nets like he had grabbed onto them, and pulls himself into the dinghy boat. And he's wearing some kind of helmet, And he's you can see like when he steps in the boat, you can see it sink down into the water as he's walking up to like climb up onto the ship.
Kirk, is that your new bassist or like?
Percival's like standing on the edge of the ship with like a big ass rock, just like is it bad?
Generally, black armor means bad. Like I'm not trying to, I'm not trying to make any assumptions here, but usually black armor means bad. So
That
yeah.
sounds an awful lot like profiling there, Ox.
Yes.
I expected better of you.
I think I might
Oh,
recognize him.
I'm going to mock you mercilessly when you come out of this stupor that you're in. And Ox actually pulls out a piece of paper and he's literally writing down quotes from Merrick. So yeah.
So this person in like the black armor with the helmet, it's got like some kind of clear shield in front of it. He looks up and he sees like Percival holding a rock, and he's like putting up his hand like, don't.
What is it?
And he's pointing like to come aboard.
Oh, well.
And you see him reach, like try to touch something on his chest, and like you just hear a clicking noise, and he's like,
he's barking his chest.
Does he appear armed?
No.
Does he appear to be in distress?
I think he might be from
God. This new Merrick is amazing. When Merrick comes out of this stupor, does he remember how he was and the things he said? Because my guess is he's probably gonna vomit. Well,
you'll just have to wait and see, I guess, what happens.
Yeah.
We'll cross that bridge.
Do I let him up?
Yeah, let's let him aboard, right?
Yes, he might be one of those mimes. Quite entertaining.
Percival sigh and like drop the rock to the side. You hear a big old ploosh.
He just looks relieved that it didn't land on his head. And he starts climbing up. You can see that he's got like some kind of armor, that is black armor that covers his hands and his feet, and he reaches out and you see here something like unhook, and he takes off this big helmet, and there's some water comes out, and he starts throwing up all over the deck. As he's doing that, you see his face. It's Kellen. And after he's done puking and wipes his face, he's like, "Oh, I didn't think that would work. It did. I'm glad I caught a hold of you guys."
I offer him I was gonna say glass, but like a water skin or something. Just
he drinks, swishes it a few times, spits it,
and I'll put a blanket like over his shoulders.
Yeah.
It's a hell of an entrance there, Kellen, but why all the drama? Like, I don't like why.
What do you? Well,
how's about armor and water? You think?
Yeah, like you didn't have to catch yourself in the net. You could have probably just sat in the dinghy with Kirk. I
didn't know who he was. I was hiding from those guys on the. I was hiding from the yellow lens.
Mm.
The ones that were at the docks.
Oh, you mean the guys with the girl ones?
Yeah, them.
Oh, those dastardly fiends.
Yeah, those guys.
Anyway,
but lucky for us, he reaches into his pocket, and you see him like open something up. It clicks, and he pulls out like some kind of handheld thing. You see a red light beeping, and he taps it a couple times. He's like, "This still works." Lucky for us, I know where that shipment is.
More shiny rocks.
Yeah.
Yeah, because we really need to trade Merrick Stone. It's not he really he got the wrong stone. I don't know.
It's likely all about rat.
Yeah, for sure.
Oh, I wouldn't eat rats. They are full of disease and fully unhealthy.
What else you gonna eat?
Anyway, I can track that. I put it on a fishing vessel and got it out of that harbor before the yellow lens could find it.
Ooh.
But
So
this
where's
place
it
is going to be
headed?
crawling with ape ships, so we should probably follow that before it gets too far away.
Where's the fishing vessel headed?
It looks like west.
All right. Well, let's weigh anchor and be on our way.
Mm-hmm.
So he goes and starts to take off like this armor, this suit, and sits down on the puts the blanket aside. Once he takes the armor off, he puts the blanket back on.
Is it plate?
If when you examine it, it seems a lot lighter than plate.
Okay. Is it nice looking though?
Yeah, it is.
All right. Ox is just going to take note of the really nice black armor. But he's not going to look at it too longingly, especially not in front of Merrick, because Merrick can't be trusted now. So
Could he really before?
I was just well, he could be trusted to go along with Ox pilfering this awesome set of armor, but now you probably turned me in. So I just sort of look at it longingly, take note of it, and then go about busying getting the sails ready and whatnot.
I'll do whatever I can to assist with the preparations.
The rest of the crew falls over when they see Merrick actually doing some work.
Percival's probably trying to catch a seagull or something. Got
Or
like
ship rats. Yeah, right.
Yeah. Well, he's probably got a few rat parts like lined up on the railing of the ship, and he's waiting for seagulls to come. And he's got like a bag, and he's probably waiting to try and bag them as soon as they go after the rat parts.
For sure. Okay, wait, here's a thought. You put a bunch of folks to sleep that were dancing. When they wake up, do we think they'll still dance?
How long they'll sleep for?
It depends on the duration of the whatever is affecting them, right? It wouldn't stop. Like I don't think. I mean, obviously the GM will have to correct me on this, but I don't think the duration stops when you're affected by something else. But at the very least, what we could do is restrain the ones that are asleep.
So how long does the sleep spell last?
That is a good question. I wrote down how they're affected, but since we've only ever used it in combat before, duration was really not a concern.
Yeah. Sure. All right, here, hold on.
I don't think it's too long. It might only be like a
44 turns.
Okay.
Yeah.
A 4D as in like four-sided dice.
4D4. Yep.
Okay. Well, let me roll that right now then.
It's not like 44 turns. Like, yeah.
44.
It could be 40 turns.
It could, yeah.
All right. Well, actually, no, it couldn't.
It could be 4.
It could be six. It could be 16
be,
turns.
The highest it could be. Yeah, exactly. Right.
Yeah. Did I mention I was a little tired today? All right. So that will last for 10 turns, and each turn is 10 minutes, right?
Yes. Correct.
Yeah. So it'll last for a little bit. Like I said, probably go around just tying them tightly, so if they're still under the effects when they wake up, they won't start dying again.
All right, so yeah, they're tied up. So a couple hours pass, and George seems to be, when he wakes up, he seems to be okay. The rest are still trying to move, and they're trying to dance, and they're just unable to.
All right, I'll loosen George's binds and let him go. Like his feet first, just to see if he starts dancing again. And if he doesn't, then I'll untie his arms.
It's
Yeah,
like the Mr. Bean dance.
Yeah, right, exactly.
Yeah, he is not dancing, and he looks around and starts barking orders at the rest of the crew to, get things straightened up, and then as you head west.
In search of booty.
Oh.
So you travel for about 2 days out on the ocean, tracking this ship. Is there anything you want to do in these 2 days?
Did we clear out all the dead bodies out of the ship already?
I don't know.
I don't remember doing that.
I know Jinley was eating one.
Yeah, Percival's definitely like snagged himself some fingers and toes to keep for later.
Literally every couple hours, Ox is like, "Oh my god, help! Help me! Someone help!" Just to see if Merrick responds. And when he does, when Merrick responds, Ox is just like sort of sadly acknowledges it. He's like, "Oh, okay, no, I'm fine. Never mind."
So I assume that wears off within the couple of days. So like basically once it wears off, I refuse to accept anything that Ox says. Because clearly that's not how it happened, because I would remember that, and that does not sound like me. And then I also make it a point to go back to that person and get my blanket back.
Okay, yeah, Kellen, gives up the blanket.
Ox leaves
like my blanket.
Ox leaves a copy of all of Merrick's deeds and quotes under his pillow, just so he has it. Yeah, right.
Okay, so if Ox is over top of my, like, looking down, he sees the note flying out the porthole, and it's on fire.
Yeah, probably like the morning of the second day, you probably hear Percival just fingers on toes, makes no streets, fingers on toes.
I figured that Percival would be putting out the little fingers to try to get the seagulls to come and eat them, and then
Oh well, no, they're great snacks.
And snatch the seagull.
It's literally finger food. So
right?
Yeah, I was gonna say he heard that term once and didn't realize that.
Yeah, it's just what he always assumed. I mean, he's only got a 9 intelligence, so.
So on the horizon, you begin to see a set of islands. And Kellen directs the ship towards one of these islands in the shore. And as you get closer, you see pieces of a ship floating in the water.
Oh shit.
It doesn't look good.
Does it? Ox will ask Kellen. Does that look like the fishing ship that you?
Yeah, it does. But Beacon's still sending us straight to that island. We should probably head that way.
So we're thinking then that they were able to offload the cargo before they were breached.
Well, they kind of didn't know what they had.
Did you have it with the fishes?
The question is, right? Like, do we want to be stealthy about this, or do we just want to go straight in, right? Like, should we?
How stealthy can we be?
Well, that's what I'm saying. I mean, can we go around to the other side of the island and find an inlet or something, a harbor, as opposed to, because I mean, we don't want our ship to end up like that.
Wait till it's dark. I can sneak around real good, but right now it's too bright. Makes it hard to see.
Yeah, the Furious doesn't deserve a watery death like that. Isn't it?
Let's not get too close to that ship. We don't want to get snagged up on it or anything.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Do we want to go around to like how large is the island? Like maybe we go around to the other side and trek over.
It's pretty big.
All right. Laziness beats prudence every time. So I guess
Well, do we have a rowboat? We could
we have
row.
the dinghy.
Yep.
Yes. And we could anchor down here and row
You
on
know, the
over.
last time I tried that, it didn't work out real well for me. But I'm not taking my armor off this time. So yeah.
I mean, the boat did explode last time.
It did, yeah. Kind of like this one is right now, right? Like
Wait, the boat that you were on exploded?
yeah, and
Okay, I get on a different boat.
I think we only have one dinghy though.
Well, yeah, but there was the boat that Kirk rode up
Yeah,
on.
that's the dinghy. Like
Oh,
our boat.
that's the
our
dinghy from
boat-
this boat.
Yeah, because our boat exploded. Like that's
Yeah, the
Kirk
dinghy.
brought
No,
the
that was the dinghy from the pirate ship, the original pirate
Oh,
ship.
that's true. Yeah, so maybe
Yeah.
okay, so we do have two boats, maybe. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
For sure.
I'll get on the one that I think won't explode.
All right.
Honestly, that's a crapshoot though. Like, yeah.
Okay, so Ox is in one and Merrick's in the other. So how are you splitting up?
Percival will ride with Ox.
Right. Okay. And
I'll be with Merrick. Yeah.
okay. Is you want George to come with you, Ox? He's
No,
a little bit. He begins
Yeah.
pacing back and forth on the
Yeah.
deck because he's like, he's real
No.
nervous.
No, George is gonna stay and watch the boat and take care of the crew.
It's like, okay.
You'll do much better. You'll be more helpful here than you will there. So
Percival probably would have like snuck down before we went down to the dinghies and used some rat's blood to like paint an X on the dinghy that Merrick is getting in.
a bullseye.
Yeah.
Oh.
So do you wait till nightfall or are you going during the day?
What time of day is it when we arrive?
You arrive, it's like late afternoon.
I vote nightfall.
Uh-huh. I can't hardly see to shoot anything with my bow. When it's dark, I see good.
Oh, right. Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Rocking them, yeah. Oh man, this isn't a good idea. All right, yeah, let's do it. Like we'll wait until nightfall.
Okay. So you begin rowing in to the shore. Kellen is in Merrick's boat.
Do we see any
he's-
glowing staffs like on the shoreline?
No, but you do see a light. Looks like maybe light from a lantern,
Okay.
and it's moving. So it's obviously something someone's holding. They're down at the shore looking around, and Kellen has got his Merrick. You can see he's got some kind of device, something in his hand that's got like a little flashing red light, and he keeps looking to check to make sure you're headed in the correct direction.
Okay. I'll like observe what he's doing, but I won't say anything.
Okay. So as you're getting closer to the shore, there's more pieces of this fishing vessel floating.
Do we see any bodies or anything, or is it just debris?
Just debris at this point.
Okay.
As you get closer, you can see that there are like rocks that jet out, and you can see where it would be a little bit dangerous for a ship to come in. And then as you look on the shore, you can see squatting the distinct outline of an ape. And he's got like a lantern he's holding up, and he's kind of looking along the water, like along the shore of what is, washed up. I mean, you would guess that he has noticed you, but he doesn't seem to care.
That seems odd.
Mm.
Maybe we perhaps see what he's doing, and then while you guys are talking to him, I run off and see if I can find more. That way, if we know more are coming.
Yeah, maybe. I wonder if he's looking for the cargo. The red light is still beeping though, right? Like,
Mm-hmm.
And he's not looking at us at all.
No, he doesn't seem to. He doesn't like stop and look at your boats coming in. He seems more interested in what he's finding on the shore.
And are we in full view?
Yeah, I mean, he should. You would guess that he would see you at this point.
All right. Ox will yell out, "Ahoy there!"
He stands upright. You can see his full ape form as he kind of like focuses the lantern on you. Are you recovery?
Yes. Can we be of some assistance? What did you need us to do?
Are you from the Empire?
No, we're a passing vessel, and we saw the debris floating, and just thought we could come and help a hand, lend a hand.
That ship that you docked out there looks like an Empire ship.
Second hand.
Yeah, we bought it, used. I don't know what the Kelly Blue Book value is for a schooner. Like,
You can see him scan. He carefully uses the lantern, scans both your boats. You may come aboard, come ashore.
okay, Ox will start rowing toward shore.
Okay. So yeah, there's a bunch of pieces. He's kind of like pulled up a lot of this fishing vessel up onto the shore and collected it in small little piles, of ropes and part of the main boat and the sails and everything.
So Ox sort of he'll pull the boat ashore, tie off the line somewhere so the boat doesn't float away. So were there seamen on the ship? Or did the cargo go down with the ship? What exactly happened?
I think the boat hit some sort of storm and wrecked.
Any survivors?
If there were any, they were taken away by the rats.
I see. So what are you out here looking for survivors, or are you out here assessing the situation? What can we do to help?
You see him turn and he points his lantern at like this small little hut.
Uh-huh.
I live here.
Oh, gotcha.
How did you get here?
I chose to come here.
Yeah, so he's not a bad ape. He's a good ape. I think, right? Like, yeah.
So he's not a damn dirty ape?
He's not a damn dirty ape. No, Percy. He's not a damn dirty ape. So you've seen no survivors. Honestly, we didn't see any survivors as we were coming in either. So either, as you say, the rats got them or the tides got them. Either way, it doesn't look like there's much that we can do out here for now. Maybe we go back to your shack and have a drink or something to warm up. The sea air is pretty chilly tonight, and we can talk through what our next steps will be.
Are there other apes on the island?
No, do you know of any?
No, that's why I asked.
Put the stone down, Percy.
So he Kellen kind of like nudges you, Kurt. And he points to his little hut, like that's where the red light is leading him.
Is that where you want to go?
It's like that's where the beacon is.
Right.
All right,
Very
Percy,
well.
maybe he is a damn dirty ape. He stole the cargo.
So should we deal with this guy then?
Percy will kind of like climb up your shoulder, Merrick, and like he's like kind of whispering,
Well, right, and then I was least expecting that rock inside his head.
Well,
I nod my approval, but then like kind of like sink my shoulder down. So
but should like if maybe we just try to get him to invite us back first, right? Like maybe.
Then
Like I can't believe I'm actually going to suggest this.
so
but
you
maybe
want the ape
just
to
this-
invite you back to his place?
Yeah. So what? I guess I can't believe I'm even suggesting this, but maybe just this once we don't kill people first and ask questions later. Maybe just this once we ask questions first, and then if we have to kill him, we kill him then.
Yes.
Percy's like looking at the rock, looking at you, looking at the rock, looking at you. Like, he's very confused.
So the ape has gotten back to his little hut, and he has the door propped open, his little straw door of thatch or whatever, and he's set the light. You see the lantern. He set it down in the center of this room, and just props the door open. And he goes and sits down, and starts getting some kind of cups out.
do the crystals burn?
I say we got to do it. We got it. Let's just go. Like, channel your inner Dalton from Roadhouse, right? Like, just be nice. Like, just
Don't
be nice.
you hate these guys?
Until it's not. Yes, I do. I absolutely hate these guys. But if we kill him and he's got it hidden somewhere, we don't know necessarily that we're going to find it, right? So let's just go and try to be nice first, and then if we have to kill him, then we kill him.
So you
Right?
tell me when to use rock.
Okay, you just hold on to the rock, keep it close. But
Like, tucks it
I
in his
mean,
pocket.
what does Kellen think? Does he know this ape or no?
No, he's like, I don't know who this guy is.
All right, Kirk. Like, what? You're the tiebreaker here. Well, let's see. Wait. Actually, you might not be the tiebreaker. You might. I think everybody wants to kill him except Ox, but like, okay.
Whenever we talk and this goes bad, we'll kill him.
Right, that's what I'm saying. I'm not saying that I am against killing this ape, right? Like, I'm simply saying that maybe we talk to him first.
Well, let's just get it over with then.
All right.
I say, but I don't start walking towards the house until like other people do first.
Ox will go in first.
Yeah,
Sure,
he's
why not?
like pouring. It looks like some kind of liquid, probably like some sort of coconut. He's pouring out of a vase into some cups, and as he is like in a squat position, he picks up the cup and kind of stands up over you and hands you a cup.
Does it have rum in it too? Pina coladas are nice, man. Rum and coconut. I'll take that. Yeah, Ox grabs that.
My apologies. He turns around and like there's a couple of bottles on the ground. He pulls the cork out of one and pours it in your drink.
Nice. What's your name, friend?
Elran.
What is Furious George's real name?
I don't Oh, did we ever give him a name?
I don't think so.
I don't think we did. No.
Yeah.
I
No.
don't think
Would
we
you have
asked
asked him his real name?
To be fair,
Uh,
probably not.
Probably not. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, for sure. I was just wondering if maybe Elrond knew. Anyway, yeah, right. So okay.
He looks past you, Ox. He's like, your friends can come in if they wish.
Oh yeah. They're so I'm gonna be really transparent with you right now. You know, we haven't had the best relations with apes. I don't know what you prefer, simian or like I guess but we don't necessarily we don't have the best relationship with you know, with your kind, and so like they're a little distrustworthy. So but you know, like that's neither here nor there. I can tell that you're fantastic, and because I mean, like, obviously you're a good person, otherwise why would you not, you know, why would you have been out there sort of looking to help survivors, right? I mean, you were out there looking to help survivors. Did you find anything at all, anything of interest, anything that we could possibly use to help?
So he
find more
reaches
survivors?
down on the floor, pulls out like this little tiny looks like a rock, but it's like a black orb that's got a blinking thing, and Kellen's like, his eyes light up, and he's like, he elbows Merrick. He's like, oh, that's it right there.
But that's by itself.
Correct.
So we got to find out what happened to the stuff that was with.
He's like, he's holding it up at you, Ox. He's like, is this yours or something?
Yeah, actually we were we were contracted to deliver an entire crate of those, a shipment of those. Did you just find that all by itself, or do you happen to know where the rest of them are?
It was in some crate that broke. Pendleton came and took the crate. He picked it up and went into the woods with it.
And who's Pendleton?
He lives in the woods.
Is he
human
like me or like you?
He's a tall, he's like, he's a little bit taller than me. His skin's kind of rubbery.
Good to know. Would you be able to show us where he lives?
Sure. He's not much of a talker.
You let us worry about that. If you would be willing, if you'd be okay, sort of out of character real quick. No one needs to rest, right? Like, we're all good to go. Everyone
You should be.
It's been 2 days. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Mhm.
All right. So if you're willing to show us, where Pendleton lives, we'd be really grateful, if you know what I mean.
If I knew it was someone's, I would have probably asked him for it, but I didn't think anyone would come out here looking for this stuff.
Yeah. Look, no judgment, right?
That's
like
reasonable.
I would have done the same, right? But the thing
He
is,
steps closer to you, Ox, so you can smell his
simian breath.
nasty breath. He's like,
Yep.
you're sure you're not with the Empire, are you?
We are absolutely not with the Empire. I told you we don't necessarily have the greatest relations with the Empire. We're
freelancers.
We're technically freelancers. Another word for that might be pirates. But the good news is, right, we are no friends to the Empire, but also, you know, we have been contracted to deliver these. We really need to get our hands on these. And again, we would be very, very grateful. Your hut looks like it could use some new wicker furniture. I'm sure that we could foot the bill for.
Are you an artisan?
Like that. No, but we would be willing to give you. We would be more than willing to, you know, provide you with the cost for an artisan for sure.
I've got a rock.
And Percy has a rock. Yeah, right. Absolutely.
I'll trade you for a hairy rock.
And he points at a coconut.
He reaches down and hands you a piece of a coconut. It's like, you can have this.
Percival is all kinds of interested. He's never seen hairy rocks before.
Can one of you reach down and latch my my sword? And he kind of points down to the side of the hut where where his sword is in a sheath sitting there. It's like
you don't honestly, you don't need a sword, do you? What do you need? Like, is Pendleton violent?
he could become irate.
Okay.
You don't like the Empire, right? Like, that's why you're here?
Correct.
What about Pendleton?
He doesn't discriminate.
Okay.
Well, there's a better offer if you don't like the Empire. We don't like the Empire. You can get on our boat.
Oh, I didn't even think about that, Percy. That's brilliant. You could join us.
No.
We have another, like, Furious George. You have to meet him. He's amazing. He's a great guy.
No. I have to stay here.
I'm going to be real honest with you. It doesn't look very appealing here. You live in a shack, my friend. Like, you come live on the boat. It's much
I don't
better.
know. They got hairy rocks.
Is anybody going to get him his sword?
Percy will hand it to him if no one objects.
He kind of points to like his belt where you latch it.
Be careful.
Yeah, is he? I don't like what.
Does he look like a geriatric?
Right?
No,
is
he
Does
doesn't.
he have like? Is he arthritic? Like
No.
Mm-mm.
Is he just doing this because he likes it?
Oh God, that went to a creepy dark place.
Well, he's asking you to clip stuff onto his belt.
Give me a wisdom roll, Merrick.
Oh, that's really good. Actually, I rolled a 3.
Okay. I'm going to send you a message.
See, that's what I love about OSE. Like, bad rolls are actually
Good
really
rolls.
good
Right? Yeah.
rolls.
It's refreshing.
Yeah. It really is. Like, you're like, a 1 fucking A. Like, yeah.
Here we go. There's your message.
Interesting. I will whisper that to. I got to write this name. I'm really bad at names. The person, the NPC that's with us,
Kellen.
Kellen. Thank
Yeah.
you.
Kellen. Sorry.
Yeah. I'm gonna whisper that to him and see what he thinks of that.
I guess he's kind of weird. I don't know.
Does the sword? So before Percival can actually grab the sword, I will reach for it.
Percival's being real cautious about it anyway. He's like,
Okay.
Is this a cursed sword? Like, is that why he wants someone else to touch it? Ox says out loud. Like, I like literally Ox says that. Like, yes, right.
Well, I'll just pick up and examine the sword.
It's in a sheath.
Okay. Do I feel like there's any presence of magic at work here?
You get a faint sense that it has some sort of magical properties.
Since when is the necromancer interested in a sword?
So I'm just gonna like hold it out to him, and it's like, here.
He just kind of like, you could just latch it right here.
Well, yeah, but it's your belt, your sword.
Or Ox draws his two-handed sword. Literally, Ox draws his two-handed sword, and he like tip to the throat of our new friend. What's
wrong with this? So
you gotta be honest with me.
Yeah. Why don't you want to touch it yourself?
It's a bad rat on it.
He gives out a big sigh of defeat, and he reaches and pulls the sword out, and immediately pulls it out, it slips and falls from his hand and falls on the ground. And he just looks dejected.
Do you know how to use that? Have you ever used one of those before? It's like a big knife.
I'll pick it up and see what happens.
You stick them with the pointy end. Like, yeah, right.
So yeah, you pick it up.
That this is cursed, or do we get the sense that he just doesn't know how to use a sword?
You pick it up, no problem.
I hand it back to him. Just try it again.
You hand it to him. He grasps it in his hand, and just as soon as he does that, it slips and falls, lands on the ground again.
Okay, is there anything that I might know about this kind of thing? Like the sword itself might not be cursed, but maybe he is.
Person will hold out his pickaxe for the guy to grab.
Can you hold this?
He reaches for it and kind of looks at it and examines it.
Well, he can hold that.
So what's the deal with the sword?
Or Ox will hand him his two-handed sword. What happens?
Now he's got half the party's weapons.
I know, there is that.
He's holding it in his hand, just kind of looking at it, and then he just hands it back to you.
So
No, there's clearly something about that sword.
Yeah, what's going on?
And he just goes into the corner and pops a squat on the ground. He's like, they cursed my sword when they exiled me here. It's part of my penance.
For what?
I killed the king.
Are you serious?
It was a long time ago.
Well, I mean, that's a good trade.
They're right. That's still freaking amazing. Like, yeah, right. Like,
All right, well, how do we break this curse of yours?
I don't know.
You want a different sword?
No.
look,
So what's
you
the point
just
of
gotta
taking?
come clean with us. Like, just come clean with us. Really, we've been fair to you.
You don't know who I am.
You don't know who I am.
Fair.
And Ox doesn't know who anybody is because he's been saying some crazy things about me that just don't make any sense.
I admit that I am not a clever man, but you are also not a nice man. But I don't know what happened to you over the last 48 hours. So yeah, for sure.
So Ox or Kurt or Merrick, but it would not be Percival. You can roll intelligence or wisdom.
Okay.
I passed my intelligence. Rolled a 6, looking for a 14 or less. So
I did as well. 4, looking for a 13 or less.
Okay.
Yeah, I passed too.
So through the stories and legends that you have heard, there was an ape king called King Kraza. He is the one responsible for making like adventuring illegal. And he was the one that kind of he began the confiscation of all the magic crystals. And he was a skilled swordsman and would openly duel people for sport. And the legend was that he was killed in a duel, and the person who killed him was exiled.
But they cursed your sword before they exiled you? That seems, man, that's just kind of a low blow.
I mean, for someone who's confiscating magic, that seems a bit hypocritical.
How do we remove the curse for you?
Of I don't know. I mean, if anybody, if you, I would say like Merrick or Kirk or would probably could roll on that if they've heard of curses, how to reverse curses. I don't know if Ox would know something like that.
No, Ox has no freaking clue. Yeah.
Percival would probably just say, just
Yeah.
eat a rock. Or
Hit it with a
whatever.
rock.
Yeah.
Actually,
This is
Percy's
shiny
probably
rock.
banging the sword with a rock right now.
I rolled a 2.
Yeah, I rolled a 3. Yeah, you win.
Okay. So to reverse these curses usually takes some kind of blood, and you have to kill something with it covered in blood.
Just like anyone's blood, or does that have to be very specific?
Like the blood of an ally or a friend.
Oh.
So I forgot you were recording. So I apologize for that plug for Social Vernacular, but also, by the way, for all of your digital marketing needs, Social Vernacular, we speak social media.
Is there anyone on our ship that we're not particularly fond of?
But it would have to be somebody that Elran is friends with.
Oh.
Mm.
So, hey, we're not friends. I just want to make that very clear to you. But we can at least be allies, but definitely not friends. But there's someone on our ship that, maybe he could be your friend. He could be, he might help you break the curse.
Pendleton's the
I'll
closest
be
thing
your
I would have
friend.
to
I'll
a
be your
friend.
best friend.
Oh, well, then let's go visit him then. And, yeah. We'll get someone to carry that sword for you.
Okay.
I look at Ox as I say that.
What does the sword look like? Does it look?
It looks
nice?
really nice. If you were to take it out of the sheath, it's covered with all these different runes.
Is it like a long sword, a bastard sword?
It is it's a long sword.
A
Yeah, it's
little small
definitely
for my-
there's definitely magic at work in it.
a little small for my taste, but I'll carry it for sure. Yeah. I mean,
Actually, could we like tie it to?
it's cursed for him. It's not cursed for anyone else, right?
Could we like literally tie it to his hand? That
Or
way
he
he
could
could.
strap it to his hand. I'll agree with you.
Do you try to do that?
Well, if he's okay with us trying.
Yeah, he doesn't. He's like,
He's a broken man, clearly.
Yeah, he's just
right.
like whatever. So when you do that, you tie it, and you literally see the binds just come off, and the sword just flops out of his hand and lands on the ground.
Well, that's a good curse right there. I mean, whoever did this, they were professional.
That's some dark magic. Not that you would know, but
No,
yeah,
I don't know anything about that.
Yeah. I'll gladly carry it and admire it as we go in search of Pendleton. And that rune means this, and that.
So okay, so you are carrying the sword.
I'm carrying the sword. Yes.
Okay. Do you have it hooked onto your belt? Do you have it out looking at it, or is it?
No, I have it out. I'm carrying it in my hand.
Oh, okay.
I'm looking at it. Yeah, for sure.
All right. So he begins to walk with his lantern. He turns it down, so it's not like as bright as it was. Walking through the woods.
Also, wait a minute. There's something weird about hooking it onto the belt. Like, what happens if we hook the sword onto our belt? I ask him.
Nothing.
Then why did you want us to hook the sword onto your belt?
Because I'd like to carry it, and that's the only way I can.
It's probably been a while.
Do you want me to hook the sword to your belt?
No, you can.
Would you feel better that way?
No, you can carry it.
Okay. There's something Merrick, do a intelligence check or an arcana check. There's something like the curse initiates when you hook it onto your belt.
I think I
And
think
I'm
we just-
saying that out loud too. Merrick, do your
Yeah.
job. Like you have one job, Merrick.
I think he just kind of misses it. You know,
Okay,
like-
first of all, I identified this situation in the first place, so let's just you don't even recognize your own friends' personalities, just telling crazy stories that are totally fake and not
I
real at
saw it
all.
too.
Yeah, but you're
Yeah, I have
you're always right on his
witnesses.
shoulders. I just think it's like a mass hysteria.
I have witnesses. The entire ship witnessed it. I
No,
forgot.
That's serious, George.
that doesn't sound right. I mean, they're pirates. We can't trust them.
We are pirates.
Well, I can't trust you, I guess. Yeah. Well, yeah. So I guess like looking at the sword, looking at the runes. Do I think that the runes are part of the curse, or is it just that it was a magical blade before and the curse is on him?
The curse is on this sword.
Okay, yeah,
I'm
definitely.
carrying a freaking cursed sword. Okay,
Just don't swing it. Just
Okay.
don't swing it.
Well, and I am never hooking this sword onto my belt, no matter what I do. Like I'm literally holding it like this. Like I'm like yeah, for sure.
Or just like holding it out like that. Just
Yeah,
like,
right. Like with two fingers. Like I'm yeah, right. Hey, Kirk, what sort of weapon do you use? You want? I got a nice long sword for you here. Did you want to carry it for a while?
I mean, it feels like if you try to use it, it'll cause you to suffer. That's your thing, isn't it?
Oh my God. Okay, yes. Now I remember why I love you. I remember why I love you, Merrick. Yes, absolutely. You know, darkness, pain, and just like it's all right here at the tip of
Look what it's done to him. Look at the glorious suffering.
Yes.
That could be
Yeah.
yours.
Yeah, I would-
Happy.
I would love to, but Poppy seems to be telling me something.
Oh,
I-
Poppy. God bless America.
Yeah, I mean, Poppy didn't make it this far, so maybe
Same.
that's not the best advice to take.
I think Poppy died before we even left the mainland. So yeah. Poppy's,
She's-
you know,
and I had
Poppy's-
nothing to do with that.
Poppy's in a better place, and by that I mean like the void, right? Like just like the ultimate, just eternal black. She's in a better place. She's enjoying it.
This is some high quality. Look at, I mean, this man is broken, like just utterly.
It is some high quality suffering. Now he's a hermit. He has no friends. He literally.
He can't even cut himself with it because it won't let him.
Oh Jesus! How does he let? Oh man!
Poppy's just jealous
Yeah.
because Poppy can't take the sword for Poppy's self.
Yeah.
She's telling when the lights out, it's less dangerous. What, Poppy?
Yeah.
There's a mosquito. I need a mosquito. Okay, and then Kirk Crowbane just runs into the woods randomly in a direction, looking, and he's yelling out, "A mosquito? Where?" And that's me gone. I'll see you later, guys.
All right, man. Good luck. Take it easy.
All right, later.
Thanks, guys. Bye.
I see ya.
All right, I guess I'm stuck with this goddamn sword then. But I'm still holding it with two fingers. I am not wielding this. I'm not swinging it, and I am not hooking it to any part of my person. So yeah, for sure.
So at that, at hearing Kirk talking something about with the lights out, you see that Elrond cuts the bullseye. He's like, yes, he cuts his lantern out. And
Why?
because they don't want to disturb Pendleton.
This is good.
Can you go into a little bit more detail about Pendleton's, rubbery skin?
He's sharp teeth, red eyes.
Is Pendleton a troll?
That's the word I was searching for.
God. Oh man.
Kind of an important word.
Hey, Mary,
Oh.
do you happen to have any flame spells?
Only that
prepared?
staff.
Oh, you do have the staff. That's okay. Okay. Yep. Okay. You should probably. So Ox has torches. Should we all light a torch and take a torch? Or do you think that Pendleton will see it?
He'll probably see it.
Do you
That's
guys want
okay.
to?
I'll see him coming first.
Do we want to light torches or do we want to rely on the staff?
I think the staff is good.
Okay.
Yeah, I've got a pretty good success rate with this staff, so I'm not worried about that.
What color is the sky in your world, Merrick? Like,
Everybody give me a wisdom roll.
oh, geez. Okay.
Doesn't have a sky in my world.
Okay, I'm glad we're making all kinds of ability checks right now because I haven't rolled higher than an 8 like
Good,
all.
but
I rolled that 114.
I just rolled an 8, so yeah, right. But like that's what I'm saying. Like it really truly is refreshing to be able to win when rolling low once in a while.
I got a 3 and my wisdom score is 5.
Yeah. Well,
Wow, so even you succeeded.
Right?
you literally have a 5 wisdom.
Yeah, 5
Jeez.
wisdom, 9 intelligence, 8 strength.
Like you have to stop every once in a while and remind yourself to breathe. Like,
Right.
yeah, right? Like,
What was I doing?
Well, no, but I mean the 9 intelligence is not bad, but yeah, with the wisdom, like whenever he walks into a room, he has no idea why he went there.
yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Like literally cutthroats surround him and pull blades and he's like, hey guys, what's going on? Like, all right.
So are all of you passed?
Yep.
So as you're walking, he's cut the light out, and Elrin is just kind of moving forward since he knows the path here in this woods. You notice that there's a tree, and the tree seems to move in the dark. There's a little bit of moonlight, but it seems to be moving, and then it shuffles all the way to like a bush, and the bush seems to move, and then whatever it is moves off and starts to head your way. Like the floor, the ground of the woods seem to be moving, and you see all these little eyes.
How well
and
does
we can take a
Percival
break
see
right there.
Okay.
Percy, dinner.
Right? Right? That's what I'm thinking. It's the rats.
Yeah, right.
So
Yes, please.
Elran sees this swarm of rats approaching you, and he's like, damn you, Blood Whisker, and he starts to run.
Whisker?
You guys
Like
can
which
give me
way?
an initiative roll.
Oh, shit.
Whoever's got the best.
That would be me.
Yeah, and then it goes downhill from there.
Yeah.
Totally. So I have
That's
a
the-
negative.
It,
I have
it
a
drops
negative-
off.
I have
It
a
drops off a
negative
cliff
one.
down
Off
there.
a cliff.
I
Yeah.
have a -1 initiative modifier. So
I've,
yeah,
I've
right.
got me at +2, so that's
What'd you got?
8.
You go first. It's a swarm of rats coming after you.
It's right up your alley, Percy. Get him.
Oh yeah,
Dinner.
it's dinner time, man. Like Percival. How far are they?
They'll be, I mean, very close, like right up
Okay.
on you.
Are they normal size rats or are these like?
Yeah,
giant
they're
rats?
normal size rats. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Okay.
The swarm of them.
Got it. Got it.
All right. Well, whatever part of the initiative it takes place, and I'll try to fire that staff at them.
Yeah. AOE. Everyone. Like, yeah. Right.
I don't know if it's AOE or not, but it seems to leave like a line behind from where I
Right.
expertly aim it.
Yep.
And then where it just sort of continues on after it's been expertly aimed and executed.
Yeah. Through absolutely no fault of yours. Yeah.
That's right. No,
right.
that's I do exactly. A wizard never misses. He hits what he intends to hit, even if your inability to comprehend why I might seemingly miss.
Oh, gotcha. I
But
see.
it's all
Yeah, right.
there's a reason for it.
Yep. Yep.
Yeah, so just let me know what part of the initiative order I do that in, and
I think that's before melee.
No, spells would be last. If it's
but I don't know if
already
it's
a
but it's a
spell.
magic item, so I don't know if activating
Oh,
a magic
yeah.
item is on
Yeah.
the spell phase or.
Let's see.
Well, I'm pretty
Movement,
sure.
missile, it'd be a missile attack.
Okay.
Okay.
All right, so I guess I'll do that now then.
Okay.
All right, aiming at the swarm.
Yep.
or aiming in the swarm's general vicinity.
Ox knowing Merrick ducks.
Well, I rolled a 17, so that's
Yeah, give
That's
me
good.
a D8 roll.
D8. Okay. 4.
All right, you hit and like burn up half the swarm in a big streak of fire, and they're all burning.
All right. Well, that's my contribution. I got to make sure this isn't worn out by the time we get to
Pendleton.
Pendleton.
Yeah.
Oh shit!
I'm
yeah, right.
really bad with names tonight.
We need flame for Pendleton for sure.
Yeah.
Percival will shoot an arrow at him. He's better at that than hitting things with his pickaxe.
Okay.
That's an 18 plus 2, so 20 total.
All right.
And arrows were a D6, right?
Yeah.
All right. That is, do you add to damage? I can't remember.
No.
No. So it's just 5.
Yeah, your arrow shoots. You catch like 3 or 4 of them, and the rest of them just start to go around the arrow.
Shish kebab.
Ox doesn't even swing his sword. Ox literally just starts stomping on them. Like I bring my foot down onto the head of the nearest rat.
Okay.
That's a 19 to hit.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And that is going to be, what is a foot? Like I think a hand is.
That'd be like a D3
a hand is
or a
D4.
D2. That was a hand D4. Wow.
I believe so.
Yeah, unarmed strikes have usually
let's
been
see.
D4s.
Yeah.
Roll a D4. See what happens.
Okay.
Yeah, you would describe your feet as club-like, right?
Oh, I definitely would. That's a 3 plus 2 is 5. 5 points of damage.
Yeah,
to the
you
nearest
crush the remaining rats.
rat. And literally, yeah, like just stomp them, and their blood and guts are all over the bottom of my feet. It's amazing. And I use I use the sword, the cursed sword, to just like wipe the muck and mire from the bottom of my boots.
Just do it slowly so it doesn't constitute like actually wielding the weapon.
Yeah, I am not wielding the weapon. Yeah, 2 fingers, and right.
Okay, so you are using the sword to remove the blood and guts
Oh
off
shit.
your boots.
God damn it! I already said I am. Let me do a roll on it. Right? Can you give me a roll? All right. So
Yeah, I'll give you a roll.
1 through 3, yes. 4 through 6, no. That's so. I am. I'm.
Yeah. So you're taking the sword, you cover it with
again. Ox is not a clever man, so yeah. Right.
So you just remove all the blood and guts off the sword, and you look at the sword again. It looks clean, and you are covered in the blood and guts of the rats that were on the sword.
Oh God.
Oh, that's cool.
No, it's really not. Like, it's not on you, Merrick. It's not.
Percival, throw some more blood at that sword.
Give me a hug, Merrick.
Percival's got like
no,
his arrow that
Percival's
has a
face.
rat skewer. Percival's just kind of like picking rat chunks off you and eating them.
Yeah, you'll be clean in no time. Don't worry.
Oh, that's weird.
Oh, that's a liver. That's good.
Oh God. All right.
Ugh.
Yeah, it's that whole texture thing.
Yeah, liver is very much not good.
Yeah, it is. It's the texture thing. It's not good. It's like tongue. Have you guys ever eaten tongue? It's
Never tried it.
I don't ever want to eat anything that can taste me back. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not right. Like, it's not right. Like, yeah.
That's fair. I mean, that just. Ox is clumsy. You know, like it may not even be magical. He may have just missed and then like somehow rolled around in the rat guts.
Ox will admit to anyone that he is not a clever man. That is, you know.
Percival's probably got the skewered rats, and he's using a burning rat to cook the skewered rats. Like,
I just feel like you're rubbing the rat
bonus,
against Ox, so you're like coating it like in a sauce.
right.
Most good sauce.
So you, Percival, as you're doing this, you look down and you see a rat come out from like behind one of the bushes, and grab one of the dead burnt rats and start to pull away with it and run off with it.
Out.
They bury their dead? Like, what is going on
Are you going to attack it?
Yeah, he's got his pickaxe. And he's just
Okay, give me a roll.
Ow! That is not good. I have a minus to melee attack, so that is a 9.
You just missed this thing. It maneuvers back, and you can see it just scurry away. And then as you look, you can see like the floor of the forest or whatever in the distance. You see all these little red eyes.
Yeah, Percival's like scooping all the other ones together.
Does Pendleton have pets?
Percival's like shoving rats into every pocket and like place he can get them.
Midnight snacks.
I guess the thing I'm concerned about is that if they're like attracted to the gore and Ox is covered in the gore, that I need somebody else to be a meat shield.
But they probably eat their dead.
You have the tiny little rock gnome, or you have Well, there is the ape, right? Like,
yeah, but he's not here.
He ran away.
oh, right.
Yeah, do we need him?
No. If it's gonna be fine, Merrick. If the staff is still working and you still have flame, we're gonna go confront Pendleton. He'll be afraid of the flame. It'll be fine.
Is the staff still, I guess, like the end glowing?
Yeah, it just glows red. Yeah.
Okay, that should be fine then.
Let's do it. We move.
We'll have the
forward.
burn rock.
That could come in handy.
Mhm.
It could.
So you head in the general direction that Pendleton ran. I mean that Elran ran.
Did he run like
Yes.
further into the forest or back?
Oh
away
yeah,
from me?
further into the forest. Yeah.
Okay, then yeah, that way.
Okay, so he didn't go back home.
No.
No, he wasn't running away. He was, I think essentially he was running. He was being heroic, Merrick. Something that you would understand from the last 48 hours. He was being heroic. He's running into danger, not away from it.
Oh, okay. One person's heroic is another person's moronic, but anyway.
Yes.
Careful, don't eat his feet.
100% agree, Merrick. Yes, 100% agree, sir.
Hopefully the rats don't eat his feet. They always eat the feet first.
If they do, like, that's just extra toes for you. So
This is true.
Yeah.
Well, there will be less toes because they're going to eat the toes.
You'll also notice that, like, on Merrick's chest where that gem was, there's a lot of like scratch marks and
We tried to ply it out with right. All right, how am I going to do this? I need to draw my weapon, but I also can't sheathe my other weapon.
well, we have the sheath for the other sword, don't we? Like,
yeah, but we can't clip it onto. Someone still has to hold it. Do you want to? Unless, Merrick, you would like to clip it onto your belt.
What about the other guy?
well, no, look, I've got rope. I'm just gonna tie like the rope around like the handle of the sword, and then I'll just tie the other end of the rope around my waist like a.
And just drag
And
it.
I'll
into
just
dirt.
drag it, yeah.
Right. Okay.
What
It's not
about
my
what's
sword.
his name?
He's gone.
No, the other
Kellen,
guy.
you mean?
No.
Yeah, right.
Kellen.
Is he still with us?
Yeah. He had jumped up on like a rock to avoid the rats.
Hey, Kellen, you want a sword?
What? For what reason?
That's a good sword. It's a nice sword. Look at it. Look at the runes on it. It's beautiful. It's amazing.
I mean, he was present when we were having the whole conversation about how it was cursed.
It's just,
I mean, actually, I was wrong. It's super magical, and it
Yeah.
makes you the greatest swordsman in the world. But I'm a wizard, so I can't use it.
It's blessed, and it brings good fortune.
you're both
and
full of
wealth.
shit. And he walks
brings
over and
good
picks up the
fortune and
sword.
wealth.
He's like, "This is ridiculous. Let's go."
Okay.
Oh, he's like the group's adult.
Yeah, right. He's the adult here. Yeah, right. All right. We start heading in the general direction that Elran
Okay.
went.
Who is leading the way?
Oxes for sure. Two-handed sword pulled. both hands up, like he's ready. He's
Percival's
because
probably riding Ox's shoulders.
he's got like a blood high going on right now, right? So yeah, it's yeah.
I'll be behind Ox and just tell Kellen to guard the rear.
Percival's probably like riding on Ox's shoulders, like picking rat parts out of his hair. And
Okay. So you go for about 20 minutes making your way in the moonlight. There's a path that is worn here in the woods. Occasionally you see the red dots of the rats off the path, probably like 20, 30 feet away. Kind of like they pop out behind a bush or a tree, seem to be watching you as you go. You begin to approach a large cave, and there's a dim light that seems to be coming from the cave.
And we don't see Elren anywhere.
No.
He probably went in.
Yeah.
I mean, he says Pendleton is a friend, so.
Yeah, he also said Pendleton could become irate.
Well, yeah, I mean, that's why, you should probably take the lead with your great big sword.
Okay. It's good to have you back, Merrick.
Never left.
So oh God, I want to light a torch so bad. All right.
Well, there's a light in there, isn't there?
Yeah. It's not for visual purposes. It's right. You know what? Ox will light a torch and he will hand it to Percy, and he's like, look, I know you don't like the brightness, but it's gonna come in handy. Trust me. Just hold it away from your face and mine,
like,
please.
behind his head.
Yeah, right. And then Ox will slowly and cautiously enter the cave, listening as best he can for any voices or noises that he can hear.
Okay. So as you're walking through the cave and you see these like things hanging down, you realize that they are like dead rats hanging from like vines.
Percy, free snacks.
Ratsicles.
Exactly.
And looking on the ground, there are this small little metal, looks like a metal cage or something, and it's full of rats.
Live rats?
No, they're all dead.
Well,
Dried rat.
clearly we know Pendleton's taste in food, so
And as you begin to slightly turn the corner, and the light gets a little bit brighter, and you get a glimpse of Elran as he's like sitting on a stool.
is there anyone else there with him?
And there's a large figure that's standing near him that's in some kind of green, and he's got a lot of pustules and sharp jagged teeth and long arms.
Does Elrond look distressed, or does he look
As you get closer, you
relaxed?
realize he has a plate of rats in front of him.
So they're just having a good time then.
Yeah, midnight snack. Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Right.
Well,
Percival holds up his rat kebab.
Well, go on.
Hey,
You got this,
Percy,
Ox.
wait, Percy, you can blend in with rock, right?
Uh-huh.
Like, we're in a cave. Do you think you could kind of sneak forward and just try to listen in on their conversation and hear what they're saying without
With a
being
torch?
spotted? Yeah, I'll take the torch. Yep, for
Yeah.
sure.
I'll go see what they say.
He begins to sneak his way up.
So Elran is just chatting with him about like the weather and things like that, and Pendleton just kind of every word from Pendleton is As you get into this this room, it's like a table, and there's like some stools, and it looks like pieces of maybe like shipwrecked stuff that he has found. There's like a chest of drawers and an armoire, and sitting like in a basket with some rats, dead rats in it, are a bunch of those crystals.
Percival had a thought, but he's coming back to the group before he does it.
With his 5 intelligence. Yeah. Right.
Was it 5 intelligence? I thought he
No,
said
5
9.
wisdom.
Oh,
Oh,
5
9
wisdom.
intelligence.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, he had a thought, but he's coming back to the group first.
Yeah, it's like something strange just happened.
They're just talking about like the weather and like stuff like that. And I found that the whole basket of rats and shiny rocks. Do I should probably sneak and like move basket?
So that's what I was thinking, but I didn't want to volunteer you, right? Like,
Well, that's what I was thinking.
Percy, do you think you could maybe,
I could
you know,
try.
and then we'll have your back if anything happens?
Mhm.
We'll rush in. Yeah, right.
Mhm. Yeah,
Sure.
I'll
Right,
try that.
Merrick?
What? I'm sorry.
Yeah. We will have your back. We will.
Was the
Even Merrick
basket
will. He
like to the
promises.
troll's back?
Kind of like to the side.
Okay, that's not bad. Yeah, Percival will try and get up there and sneak up and try and move the basket, just kind of slowly pick it up and just slowly start to make his way out with it, just real quiet like.
And you hear this.
Is it quiet?
Under his breath, you hear this zoink.
Zonk.
So Percival is a
rock gnome.
He's a Smurf nibbling.
A rock
Right.
lobster.
With a
He's
penalty
got
to strength.
the he's got the blend into stone.
right.
He's got improvision. Stone murmurs. I don't know what that is, but he's got it.
Yeah. So give me a strength roll.
All right. Ooh boy.
Uh-oh.
Oh no, I failed it by 1.
Oh,
So you realize that the crystals and the dead rat, there's something else in here, or it's just really heavy to move and move in the basket. So Elran looks over like he sees the basket moving, and the troll just kind of looks over and he's staring at the basket.
I think Percy's got this.
oh my God, you read my mind. I was just going to say, Merrick, do you think we need to rush in?
No, I think he seems all right. I mean, they're just watching.
Does the troll seem to see Percival at all?
No, you don't.
Okay.
He doesn't seem to lock eyes or look at you. He's just like studying the basket.
Percival will try his best to blend with the stone floor behind the basket. Just hunker down and wait.
Yeah, so the troll reaches down and grabs the basket, picks it up, and puts it on the table in front of him.
God damn it.
And
Percy
he
had one
reaches
job.
in and pulls out a crystal. You can see it's like violet colored. He kind of looks at it and just hurls it down into the darkness.
Yeah,
Towards
those purple
us
ones
or the
don't
other
work.
way? Towards us or the other way?
The other way.
Ah, you bastard.
Percival just had like a really good idea. You said there was some ship debris in here, right?
Yep.
Well, Percival's intuitive mind all of a sudden has the idea he's gonna like sneak over to the ship debris and light it on fire. gonna pull out his little tinder kit and try and get that shit a burning to see if it freaks the troll out enough to make the troll run away or
Okay, also
something.
off topic, but also true story. I looked up stone murmurs for OSE and I got, is it safe to have a massage if you have a heart condition? What? Like, what?
I tried to
Google,
look it up the other day
Google,
too.
you
And I
have
couldn't
one
find
job.
nothing.
That's a strange algorithm you got going on there.
Yeah, for sure.
I think it just
Right?
means you can talk to the stone, isn't it? Like speak with.
That's what I kind of thought. It was like speak with undead or whatever, but only
See,
to
I was kind of
rocks.
thinking it was more like throwing your voice or
It
something.
could be that too.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, right.
If it's that, I'll totally use that instead of lighting this shit on fire, which is probably a really bad idea.
right.
Well, I mean, Percival thinks it's a great idea because he's got a 5 wisdom.
Yeah,
This is true.
Right.
Okay, so are you gonna light the stuff on fire?
Yeah, I'm gonna light the ship drift parts on fire. And then try to sneak away. Like I'm gonna start it, and as it's starting to burn, I'm gonna boogie before it becomes a raging fire.
Right. So what do you guys think as you see? Well, I don't know. Would see you rolling a?
I don't know how dark is it in here. I don't know if they'd see me sneaking away to go light that on fire.
Well, I think if you were flat out running, I think that we would probably see.
Yeah,
right?
I guess you might see the spark from the tinder as he
Right, you just see a little hear a little bit of flint on steel action.
Oh my God! You know what you can do?
Huh.
You could speak with burrowing mammals. You could speak with those rats.
I also speak with earth elementals.
Yeah.
I don't know what the defensive bonus is either. There's a lot of things I don't know
about. So you get a +2 AC bonus when attacked by large opponents. So if your opponent is large, you get a +2 AC.
Trolls generally fall into that category.
Yeah.
No
Although when you're in bright light, when you're in daylight, you actually suffer a -2 to your attack rolls. And
I knew that already.
Yeah.
That wasn't bright lights. My friend is no bueno.
Yeah, for sure.
So you start the fire. The troll looks around, and he walks over and he tries to put it out with his foot.
Uh-oh.
Percy's motioning for you guys to go for the basket.
I think he wants us to run away.
Ox rushes in. Fucking
basket.
Yeah, Ox rushes in. We're done. I'm done playing.
Right.
I'm done playing these stealthy games like my.
All right, I'll give you. Are you attacking?
Yeah, hell yeah. Right.
Okay, go for it then.
Oh,
all right, I guess I'll. Yeah.
Yeah, you guys get the surprise round since.
That is a 17 to hit.
Trolls AC. Oh yeah, that's definitely a hit.
And that is D10. That's a 10. +2 is 12 points of damage. I literally rip into this troll's I rip into this troll's chest. I catch him right under his armpit and just pull my sword down. Although he's gonna regenerate it on the next round.
Well, I'm gonna
have a flammable weapon.
I'm gonna try
putting
fire.
him to
He might not.
Yeah. I'm gonna try putting him to sleep.
Okay.
So just single target. No saving throw. Just
how
if he's
long? Oh no, you're hero. Never mind. Never mind.
Doesn't work.
Yeah, right. Sorry.
that stone doesn't work. It's stupid.
Again, Ox is not a clever man. So yeah, right.
Plus, sleep is the only spell I have in my spell book. So for now. No, I'll try single target. So if his hit dice is 4+1 or less, then he falls asleep.
Okay, you see him. He seems like he picks up something in the air. He's looking around.
What is Elrond doing right now?
And Elrond looks like he gets real groggy and
Oh,
has
shit.
to catches himself as he almost passes out.
Why are you putting Elrond to sleep, Merrick? God.
No, it was supposed to be just a single target. I don't know. Maybe it's a stupid curse of his.
Oh, yeah, that's what. Of course, yeah. Right.
I'm the cursed gal.
Well, I mean, curses can do all kinds of terrible things.
Clearly, Merrick.
He killed the king. Like, it's not like
Merrick only does what he intends to do. So, like,
Yeah.
that was clearly by design. Yeah.
Yeah,
right.
yeah. If the ape falls asleep, it's because he was going to betray us, and I neutralized the threat.
It's because he is a damn dirty ape, Percy.
Right.
Yeah, for sure.
I'm to the apes.
Yep.
You just have to trust me on this. I know what I'm talking about.
All right. Sleep. So Percy, what do you want to do?
He'll shoot an arrow at him. Ooh, that's good. That's 18 to hit.
That's a hit.
All right, and 4 damage. Made sure not to use my rat kebab arrow.
So you hear the unsheathing of a sword
Oh shit.
as Kellen has turned around. He's got the sword in his hand. He's like, "You die, you bastard!"
Wait, is that Elrond's sword though?
Yeah, it is.
Oh, okay. All right. Hey,
Yeah,
good
whatever.
for him. Yeah, right. Like
Yeah.
we've done our job. We uncursed Elrond because somebody else has assumed the curse.
Yeah, maybe
And
it's
we
just
got the
transferred.
shipment
Yeah.
back. Yeah, right. Yep.
So he
All
runs
as
up to him
Merrick
and takes a
had
big
intended.
hack out of the troll, and the blood just goes everywhere.
Does it splatter
blade?
onto him or
No, it comes back and covers you. So now you have troll blood on you.
That's not right. Like, oh god. All right.
All right. So initiative rolls.
New sauce.
Percy, can you still roll initiative for us?
I don't know,
'cause
can I?
I just
It's
rolled a
'cause it's a new
5. Like
Yeah, that's it.
I'm used to 5e, so I'm rolling my, like we're doing
D20.
initial. Yeah, right. So
I got a 6.
Okay, you're up first.
Nice. Well, he's gonna shoot another arrow.
Yeah, I kind of want to save the staff for when the troll is like down.
yeah, for
Right.
sure. For
That's
sure.
a 14 to hit.
That just misses him
Oh,
as you step out. What did you shoot with a bow, an arrow?
yeah, bow and arrow.
Yeah, an arrow just flies out of like nowhere and bounces off the side of the cave.
Holy crap, he's got traps. Ineffective traps, but he's got traps. For a ranged, actually, I do have a flask of oil.
Ooh.
Nice.
Oh, and he's like stomping out a fire right now. So like,
Yeah, nice.
Yeah.
that's gonna be pretty oomphy.
So I'm gonna try to throw the oil flask so that it hits the troll. Try to actually aim for like his foot or leg where the fire is that he's trying to put out.
Okay.
Burn, baby, burn.
Okay,
It's going for now.
I rolled an 18.
Burn the mother
All right.
down.
What's the damage on the flask?
I believe they're
D4,
1d10s.
I think so.
D10. All right. Yeah. Roll.
Yeah.
It.
All
Yeah,
right.
because I remember what's his nuts had a ton of them. Because I was like, they're cheap. I'll take a ton of them.
I rolled a 9.
So he's like tried to stomp out this stuff, and you attacked him, and as he turns and you hit the rest of the remaining debris, it just catches his leg and just goes right up his body, and he starts to burn, and he's like freaking out, and he knocks over the armor, and some clothes comes out, and they catch fire, and he's just flailing around, and he falls onto the ground.
Oh,
For future reference and not to be a rules lawyer, it's actually D8. So
Oh, it's a D8.
Yeah,
Oh.
yeah, for sure.
Do you want me to re-roll that then, or?
No,
Nope.
not at all. Are you kidding me? No, I'm just saying, like, right, yeah.
Well, I had this was an extra large flask of oil.
Yeah,
so-
Exactly.
Yeah,
It had, yeah.
Well,
right.
it also had an accelerant too. It had the fire
Yeah.
too.
This is
as
true.
well.
Yeah.
So is he like down? Let's just build the fire around him, on top of him.
Right. Does he look? Is he moving?
He's flailing, but he is engulfed in flame.
Okay.
All right, Ox, put him out of his misery.
All right. I'm just gonna take another swipe at him. Right. Like,
Well, I mean, you can hit him. I mean, you don't need to roll. I mean, you can. He's not.
All right. Well, yeah. I'm gonna hit him. Like, yeah. Right. For sure.
Put him out
Also,
of his misery.
for clarity though, I also rolled a 16. So.
Oh yeah, you hit him.
And then that's gonna be 8 points of damage.
Yeah, he stops moving and he's just burning.
Well, that was easy.
Percy, you ever tried troll? It looks
No, it's sure
kind of
too
tasty.
good.
Like, yeah, right.
Gotta wait for it to stop burning though.
Also, why does the muck and mire have to end up on me? Like, like
I don't know if it was good sauce.
And he's like rubbing a rat on your arm. Like,
Actually, can I like try to figure out if that's just maybe part of the curse is now on him?
am I cursed? Oh Jesus Scott, am I cursed right now?
Rolled a 3 for intelligence.
Can I like
Um,
if I'm cursed, can I do like a wisdom check or something?
Seems like a pretty good curse to me.
I'm sure we
Maybe-
could monetize that, right? Like just
Maybe I have to put the sword on my belt.
I would say
Maybe
the curse
that's
is
why
pretty
Elrond
looking
was
good.
like asking for the sword to be on his belt. It cures the curse. Elrond, tell me the truth.
yeah, now that we've killed your
Shaking
friend.
him. Ox is literally shaking. him.
So
Tell me the truth.
Kellen goes over and stabs the dead troll a couple times with the sword,
Yeah, that's a big help you are, Kellen. Yeah, good
and
for you, buddy.
the grime and stuff is dripping off it, and then all of it's gone, and it's now on your chest. You got like
Oh, I'm
burnt
fucking
troll
cursed,
on you.
man. I'm cursed. Merrick, help me, please.
That's a
Merrick.
good curse.
Merrick.
So I just like I don't think you're cursed. I just think the sword is an asshole.
I don't know. It seems like a finger looking good curse to me.
Is the sword sentient? Do I sense?
That's not a normal thing of it. I think it's doing it to mess with you.
Yeah.
Keep messing with him. That's good.
Like, I wouldn't mind it if I was getting some benefit from it. Like, you know, like
What are you talking about? This is good benefit.
Yeah, we can just use you for bait now. Like if we go fishing or shark fishing.
You know what? Kellen, give me the sword. I asked for the sword from Kellen.
He's like, no, you don't treat it right.
Yeah.
And he
Okay.
starts to back away
clearly.
from you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. The sword's definitely worked its mojo on him.
Yeah, for sure.
Kellen, give.
It told me you would do this. He starts to back away.
See, it's sentient. It's talking to him for sure. For sure.
Anyways, we got
What
the
is the
bag of
sword?
crystals.
What's the sword telling you, Kellen?
Told me not to say. It's between me and him.
Okay. Now who's being mature?
Right. Who do you trust more, Kellen? Come on.
Well,
Do you trust us? Well, all right. Good point.
Yeah,
Max. But
I
like,
mean,
yeah.
yeah.
Okay. All right. All right.
That's
But,
yeah.
yeah.
I mean,
yeah. All right.
The
good
first time I met the guy, we literally talked about killing him. So
point. that is true. Yeah. Right.
look, you know what? It doesn't matter, Kellen. You keep the sword. All right, buddy. You've earned it by doing very little. But hey, there's the rocks you were looking for.
Yeah. The shipment. Sans one that the troll threw, down.
Yeah, but
to
those
the
ones
deep
don't.
end
Those
of the
ones don't
cave.
work. That's just making it better for you.
Oh, the purple ones. Yeah,
Yeah, the purple ones are defective.
That's kind of shocking too, because you would think that purple, right? Like you would
It's the
think you
color
would
of
trust purple
royalty.
to be, yeah, right.
Yeah,
right.
it's the best color, but not when it comes to these things.
Yeah, understood.
You see Kellen mumbling to himself, and he's like pained. He walks over to the basket of crystals and starts looking through them.
Okay, I'm just gonna like whisper to Ox, like we might. I don't know if we can trust this guy anymore.
This is what I'm thinking, but he's the like, I don't. If we kill him, right? Like what's next? I guess what I'm saying is he's our fence, right?
Yeah, that makes sense. All right.
Have you seen the size of this bundle?
Has he put the sword down?
No, he's got sword in one hand, and he's sifting through the crystals, looking at him.
What if we wrestle?
Ox, grab him.
Should we wrestle him down and grab the sword away from him?
Yeah, Ox, grab him.
All right, I do. I go to like put a like a full Nelson on him. And then I yell to Percy, grab the sword, grab the sword. What do you want a strength check from me, or what do you want?
Yeah, give me a strength roll.
Okay. That is a 5 against the 16.
So yeah, you grab him.
All right.
You
All right,
look
I got him. Grab the
surprised.
sword. Grab the sword. Grab the sword.
Percival's like jumping at the guy's arm, trying to like latch onto his arm and knock the sword out of his hand.
And I'm watching.
Give me a
Of course you are. Yeah.
Just so I pick up a plate of like the rat meat, and I just like popcorn.
At this point, like, what is Elrond doing? That's your sword, Elrond. Grab it. Grab it.
Yeah, he's trying to steal your stuff. Also, sorry that we killed your friend.
The curse might be working for him now. This is dead friend.
Yeah.
Give me a dex roll, Percy.
Oh, sweet.
Uh-oh.
I'm good at those. That's a good thing I'm good at those, because I barely passed that with a 14.
You go to grab it, and you just moves right out of the way, and you jump and miss it.
Good.
Okay, we may have to knock him out.
Do you have any sleep spells left, Merrick?
I used my only one, and there's no way for me to get extra spell slots.
Percy,
Sure.
hit him on the head with a rock.
Yeah, use your sleep rock.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ox has him like in a full Nelson, so Percy will just kind of like climb up the guy and just.
I enchanted it earlier. It'll help you knock him out.
All right, give me an attack roll.
All right. That's a melee, so that's a 10.
God damn it, Percy.
He's not good at melee.
So his arm just kind of swings up like this, and the sword blocks it.
Oh yeah, that sword's alive for sure. That's
Does a 17 hit you, Percy?
Meets it beat. Oh wait, he's not large, so yeah, meets it beats it.
Okay. You take 2, but he kind of like hits you in the side of the head, like the intent to knock you out, so it's 2 damage.
All
2
right. Points of damage. It's clearly not that
Just
powerful of a sword. Like, yeah, right.
It's more like his fist.
Gotcha.
You know.
Yeah, like the hilt of the sword.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, 6 HP.
All right. Ox has a brilliant idea, even though he's not necessarily a clever man, right? Like, Ox has him in a full Nelson. What if I'm gonna rush forward because his head is like down, right? Like I'm gonna rush forward to the cave wall and just smack his head right off the cave wall.
Ox. You know what? Go for it. It should be fine.
That's fine. It's fine. Yeah.
You don't need neck bones.
Do you want an attack roll or a strength check?
Give me a strength check. Yeah.
Okay. That is a 12 on a 16.
Okay. Yeah, and like he's fighting you, but you're able to slam him into the wall. The sword is still in his hand, and he looks dazed.
God damn it.
All right, do it again.
If he looks stunned, Percival's like going for the hand and trying to bite his hand.
Yeah, while they're doing this, I will look to the ape and just say, look, he's trying to steal your sword.
And I'm saying,
don't you want that?
I'm screaming in Kellen's ear because I have him in a full Nelson. I'm like, we're just trying to help you.
I'm indifferent, but that's fine.
Yeah, give me an attack roll as you bite him.
That's a 15 turned into a 14 because of my -1.
There's got to be some penalties for him being restrained and dazed.
Well, but also,
So, roll
you're not
damage
in
for
bright
your
light.
bite.
You don't have a -1. We're in a cave.
No, I have a -1 to
For
all my
strength.
melee attacks because of my strength
Gotcha.
is so low.
Gotcha.
So what's your bite?
Bite? I don't know. Whatever.
D2 or something?
whatever it would
D3?
be. I don't have it. I have a D4, so we'll have it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That'd be 1.
You bite into his hand.
Ow!
All right. If you bite the fingers off, he can't grab the sword.
I'm picturing like gremlins, right? Like
So Merrick, are you just watching this?
Merrick, do something. Conk him on the head with the staff.
That might make his head explode.
Well,
Yeah, that's
I
true.
mean, this is a magical staff, so I got to be very careful with how I wield it. So if I don't feel it's going to be safe to make contact, I may not make contact.
Yeah. How
But-
safe was it when you told me to pick up the damn sword, Merrick?
Well, I didn't have all the information at that point in time. And
I see.
for some reason, the sword just doesn't like you. I don't get it. I think you're a very likable person.
Yeah. Okay.
All right. Yeah, I'll try to just conk him on the head. To subdue, not to kill.
All right.
That's a 16 on the die.
Yeah.
All right. So what does this staff do for melee damage? Is it just like considered like a normal staff?
Yeah.
Okay, so that's
I believe a quarterstaff is D6.
yeah, that's what I thought. Okay.
Yeah.
And my strength is 9, so there's no penalty, no bonus. That is a 4.
So you clonk him in the head and you see him go limp, but the sword is still like up like this, moving.
Okay. But he's unconscious, right?
Right. Yeah. He looks unconscious.
Those
So-
arm Ox.
Ox is gonna try to wrestle it out of his hand. He as he goes unconscious, because Ox has him in a full Nelson. As he goes unconscious, Ox will reach out and try to grab the sword out of his hand.
Or why don't we just like cut the arm off? I mean, he doesn't need them both, does he? He's a fence, but like,
Oh God, it is so good to have you back, Merrick.
Give me
I
a strength roll.
can't tell you how much I missed you.
Give me a strength
Um,
roll there.
Oh Jesus! So that's awful. It's an 8. Ox went to go grab it and clearly must have slipped with the muck and mire
No,
that
eight's
is all
good.
over him.
no, I think it was
Shit!
yeah,
It was an
8's
8.
good.
yeah. You're rolling here.
Again, I'm sliding back into 5e mode. Yes, all right. So so Ox, literally reaches out and wrestles it out of his hand.
Yeah. You pull it right. You can hear Kellen's shoulder pop out of joint as you do.
That's fine. They go back in.
I'm just for full disclosure, right? I'm prepping for the Strahd campaign, Dave. That's why I'm like in full on 5e
I get
mode
it.
right
Yeah.
now. So yeah.
Yeah, they do go back into socket. This one's out right now.
All right,
so
so
you
It's a socket.
am I successful in grabbing the sword away?
you
from
grab
him?
the sword and then you hear in your mind, "Oh, so you like it rough."
Oh God.
I don't like where this is going.
Wait, no, I don't want to acquire the sword. I want to get the sword. Oh, and I say that to the sword. No, we're not friends. Like,
Just throw it away.
I attempt to throw it away. and I say to the sword, no, we're not friends.
Put it back in its home.
Unless you have some really nice
Ox,
magical
ox.
benefits.
Ox.
Like if
Could be
we
friends with benefits.
we could make a deal. I'll be nice to you if you're nice to me.
Yeah, what could possibly go wrong?
That's what I'm saying, right? Like
Percy's got like the
I
sheep. He's
like,
Put it in its home.
and literally Ox says to the sword, I like bloodshed, you like bloodshed. Like it's like we could make a deal.
Are you trying to throw it away or negotiate with it?
Both. Depends on the sword's answer.
It seems to resist. It seems to be like fighting you, and then it stops as
Okay.
it appears to be listening.
All right. I don't throw the sword. I sort of just like I'm looking at the sword now. I sort of am holding the sword out in front of me, at least as far as they are concerned, right? But like in my mind, right?
Yep.
Like
Mhm.
I'm saying to the sword, Ox is saying to the sword, I'm sure we could come to some sort of agreement. Like clearly we can come to some sort of agreement. We're alike, you and I.
Is Ox actually smart enough to be saying this in his head, or does he just think he's saying it in his head?
Could be both. The guy, like, honestly, okay, let me roll for that, right? Like, so yeah, no, so Ox thinks he's saying that, but he's like, it's like, okay, don't tell the others, but like, yeah,
Like,
for sure.
Ox, we can hear you. So that means we're telepathic, right, Percival?
Oh,
Apologize.
The sword is saying that to Ox.
Yep.
Well, I'm not going to apologize for killing things. That's what we do.
I don't think that's what he wants you to apologize for.
Oh.
It's probably like holding it like it was a bag of dog poop.
oh, you did use it as a napkin.
Yeah, that's true. I am. You know what? That was
not cool.
Completely uncalled for, and I'm very sorry for that. You clearly deserve only fresh blood and not like sort of the detritus that is left over. Yeah, for sure. Like 100%. You're right. You are right. I was wrong. 100% for sure.
So
I apologize.
Fresh, and it points to Percival.
Well, no, Percival's.
No,
he's our.
Yeah, I can't do that.
It points, and it points to Merrick.
Warmer, but like I still can't do that. Like, I promise you fresh blood. It's just that these guys, like, look around, and I show the sword all around. Like, they're gonna help you get fresh blood. Like, they're on our side, right? Like, 100% you will get fresh blood.
Yeah, I have very little regard for life.
Exactly.
Especially other people's life.
They're gonna help. They're actually gonna help. So
it points to Kellen, who is knocked on the ground.
Oh God.
Well, I mean,
So here's the thing about Kellen, right? Like,
he's kind of weak-willed enough that he did get dominated by a sword.
Yeah, but again, like, he's our fence. If we kill him, like, what are we supposed? Like, where's the payoff?
Don't we have like a pirate captain that we're working for?
Actually, we do, and we
probably for ours.
He's probably got other fences.
We have the Gollum guy, and
I mean, we could just say that Kellen was trying to keep everything for himself.
All the rules for me.
Guys, if I do this, like, I am crossing a line, right? like this is not.
Are there any lines left to cross? I mean, we're literally working for a bloodthirsty pirate.
Well, and he said he worked for like Syndrome or something. That just sounds like we're getting tied in with another company. Like, we're working for like 3 people at once.
Yeah, but nobody here. Like, I'm gonna find you fresh blood. I promise you, I'm gonna find you fresh blood. Nobody here.
Well, what about
I promise.
what about? And I just sort of crane my neck back towards the.
No, we're not killing. No, we're not killing the ape either. No,
I didn't say anything.
Are there any rats still alive?
Give me a wisdom roll.
All right. That's it's an 18, 12.
No,
So,
you don't notice any live ones.
Percy, find me a rat.
Well, like 3 or 4 of them just entered over there.
All right, so what are we gonna do with these stones? I guess if sorry, if Kellen
I like rats.
is not going to be sacrificed to this sword, then we should try to wake him up. I'll just take the staff and I'll start like.
Shut up! Oh shit, load of rats!
He's just like pointing.
Oh god damn it! I don't. All right.
Problem.
No, I'm not gonna do it. No, I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna. No, Ox is not gonna do it. No, there's no way.
Percival's shooting arrows at
I'm not killing
shitload of rats.
I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it.
Okay,
I'm not doing
so
it.
Percival, give me a
Well, that's not good. That's a 6.
So you fire, they just move out of the way. You can see another rat swarm come into the room.
Oh, there you go,
And
Ox.
it kind of moves around, like making a path. And behind it, you can see a figure start to step out into this light. It looks humanoid, but it has a lot of rat features.
Oh,
It's wearing leather armor.
I think that's Bloodfang.
Yeah.
Blood Whisker.
Blood Whisker.
you.
Yeah, right.
Oh,
Are we cool?
I bet it tastes good.
Are we cool with this guy, or is this?
Hey, does the blade in my hand look silver? By any chance? I sort of like you wouldn't have it to be silver, would you? Work against lycanthropy.
You would know that silver is really rare. It is not silver. It's a rare.
Okay. All right.
Percival holds up 3 silver-tipped arrows.
Oh, nice.
I purchased those in my inventory. Like
Good
at the
for
beginning.
Screw you, Blood Whisker.
I bet it tastes good.
Does Blood Whisker look? Does Blood Whisker look like he's going to attack, or does Blood Whisker look like?
He looks very angry as he surveys the scene and sees all the dead rats in this room. And
Hey, that wasn't
Percival's
us.
probably chewing on one.
But that wasn't us.
That one was already dead.
Percival's like tucking a rat tail into his pocket like the rest of the way. Like,
That wasn't us. That seriously wasn't us.
No. The rats have told me what you've done, and you see there's a little rat on his shoulder, like looks like it's talking into his ear.
He's a
I
rat.
have seen.
How do you believe a rat?
Full attack first.
Did they though?
Yeah, in the forest.
But did they actually attack first? Because
They're moving aggressively.
I don't know. All I know is that this stupid staff just malfunctioned and shut off when we were in the forest. I had no control over it, so I'm sorry.
Plus,
But,
we killed Big Troll. Big Troll had a lot of dead rats hanging around.
yeah, he was the bad guy here. That troll that we don't know at all.
For sure, Pendleton. Yeah,
Pendleton,
right.
yeah.
Yeah.
I'm picturing Percival standing out in front of you guys a little bit. You can see behind his back, he's holding the explosive rock.
I step back. I try to make it look like it's in deference to this this person, but it's just to get out of the blast radius.
Okay, give me a charisma roll.
Do I have to?
You don't have to, but
Okay, well, I went about as well as I thought it would, so it's kind of obvious what I'm actually doing. Because I'm staring directly at Percival the whole time.
He's got that behind his back. He's just waiting for someone to make a move.
Well, what? Okay, so what do you want?
Well, he's just letting you know that he has it there in case.
No.
it
I mean,
goes
I'm
south.
to the other guy, like to
Kind of blood whisper.
the Rat King. Like,
Yeah.
what do you want?
Retribution.
For
I
what?
think we've already served that up. Like the Pendleton lies, they're dead.
Yeah,
no,
he was.
what you did earlier. The rats told me.
Well,
I did crush a couple of their skulls. You're right, but they attacked us. So, like, I mean that was
The sword. Your sword points directly at him.
Oh fuck yeah! So Ox, Ox leans into the sword and he whispers, "I shall call you Blood Whisper," and he just lunges into the Rat King. Like, do you want me to roll initiative, or are you gonna?
No, I'll give you an attack. You're going right after him. Go for it.
Yep. So
do we just not have friends? Like, is that our?
That's an 18. Well, actually, I don't like. So, do I still get +2, or do I get plus something else?
Maybe.
It's-
Oh, is
more
that?
than +2?
That's right. Is your
I'm
normal attack?
using Blood Whisper right now. Yeah, for sure. So it's an 18 with a +2 strength.
Okay. Yeah, that's a
Could
hit.
be more. Like,
Yeah, that's a hit.
I see somebody buying himself a shield in the future.
And it's a longsword, correct? Oh fuck yeah, I'll use a
Yeah.
longsword.
The longsword,
instead of a
2d6.
two-handed. Yep. Okay.
Well,
so
is it? I don't know if they had in this edition. Can you two-hand it?
that is 8 + 2. Could be more. I don't know, but
Yeah,
8 + 2 is 10. So
Back in the day, there was really nothing for that. The
not
close
versatile.
the first thing that really did it was like 3.5, but that was only for small characters that had to wield it two-handed. And then
So
I think it was
you
with 5th edition.
clearly lunge forward and hit him, and he is at first he's like whatever, and then you hit him and he's like shocked, and he shows his rat teeth and gets real pissed and reaches down to bite you. 16.
That is a hit, sir. Yes, sir.
Oh, well, all right, now you're one of them.
One of us.
Give me a save versus disease.
Oh, are you fucking kidding? All right. But
Yeah, that's how it spreads.
so. But is that going to be
You
death
want
or
higher.
poison or paralysis or petrification? Because there is no save versus disease, right? It's death, poison, or paralysis, petrification, or Constitution check.
I think that would probably be under. I'd
Oh,
probably under
that'd
like
be
poison. Yeah.
Poison. Yeah, that'll work. There we go.
All right. We want to roll under.
No, you want to roll over.
Over this guy.
Yeah.
We want to roll under.
Did you roll under?
I did roll under. Yeah, for sure.
All right, you
I
take 5
I needed
damage.
a 12 and I rolled a 7. So
You take 5 damage from the bite.
okay. All right. That's okay. I'm still standing.
As they have started, I'll give you guys an attack, and then we'll roll initiative. The Merrick or
Right.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll fire the staff off, I guess.
okay.
Percival would have thrown the bomb, but now that Ox is in the fray, he won't.
But you can't use a sorcery point and exclude him from the blast.
No, I didn't.
Hey, what edition is this again?
I'm gonna spend a sorcery point to quicken my spell. Yeah,
I'll shoot him with a
right.
silver-tipped arrow, though. That's a 18.
I just rolled a nat 20.
That's a hit, and that's a hit. Okay, so
Noise. Silver-tipped arrows are the same damage die, correct? I think so. That's a 4.
Mhm.
So what are we doing for nat 20s on? Like, does the staff
so-
crit?
yeah. So the staff, it would be roll a d8.
Okay. 5.
Okay. All right. And give me a percentage roll.
Percentage. Okay. 75.
Yep, that is something. So I gotta look at it.
Now he's got silver in him, too.
Or did I just set Ox on fire?
Ox's head
I'm
bursts into flames.
I'm in love with Blood Whisper at this point. I don't even care.
So was possessed by an intelligent sword
Yep.
and a were-rat.
Yep.
You have had
Hey.
quite the day.
Lycanthropy might be a boon to him, though.
I was just
It might
thinking
be.
that, right? Like, I don't. Do I really kind of mind being? Yeah, it's kind of cool. I'm basically a free. That's a free druid shapeshifter. So yeah, right.
Yeah, can you control it though? Because back in the day, you couldn't control it when you turned.
Don't give the DM ideas. All right, I'm just saying, Mary.
Well, I think that's a rule.
We've house ruled.
All right, let's see. What did
Okay.
you roll? A 70 what?
75. Yeah.
Ooh, roll a d6.
Isn't Kirk Crobane a cleric?
I rolled a 5 again.
Kirk Crobane is not here, so I don't think it matters.
No, but he could
so-
be here next time.
Yeah, that's true.
So 5 on the D8, 75 for the percentile, and a 5 on the
Yeah.
D6.
So he takes an arrow and then Merrick blasts him with this streak of fire. You get singed a little bit, Ox,
Yeah,
but
fine,
he's like, looks in rough shape. And that's when we roll initiative.
Nice.
That's you, Percival, because
Oh yeah, it's a new initiative.
Merrick and I
Yeah.
suck. Yeah,
Yeah.
right.
So I mean, you know, I'm okay, but
Yeah,
That's a
suck,
4. I did
clearly.
not roll well.
Okay, I still think you beat me. What's let's see, the plus. What's plus? Ability scores. Oh no. We tied.
Ooh.
So
it's a simultaneous.
yeah, there we go. Simultaneous attack.
All right,
So
well,
I will let
range-
you guys go and then he will go.
And damage takes place at the end of the round.
Yep, love it.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's
Yeah.
actually possible for both parties to die.
Just destroy
yeah.
each
Yeah,
other. Yeah.
Yeah, it's amazing. Yeah.
All right, so Percival will start out with shooting an arrow at him again. He's got his second silver-tipped arrow into this guy with a 20 total to hit.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
All right, and that's another 6 points of damage. That's all
Silver
Percival
damage,
can do.
by the way.
Yeah, silver damage.
All right.
I'm just gonna run up and bonk him with my staff.
Okay.
So when we get to melee, we'll let Ox go first though.
So Ox is going to whisper to Blood Whisper one more time. Don't fail me now. This is our chance. fresh blood. And he'll literally like, so normally Ox will do sweeping blows because he has a two-handed weapon, but you know, he kind of like feels this vibe coming through from Blood Whisper, and so he's sort of shifted his attack to more of a piercing parry attack, and so he'll just like straightforward right into the were-rat's throat, and that is going to be a 16 to hit.
Yeah.
And that is going to be, well, so it's a 16 to hit. Again, not knowing what Blood Whisper actually does. And that is going to be 7 points of damage. Again, not knowing what
Right.
Blood Whisper actually does. Yeah. Right.
Okay. Merrick.
All right. Yeah. So we'll just smack. Just sort of like bonk him on the skull.
Remember,
That's another natural 20.
nice.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. This dice is gonna get set aside.
I seem to remember
So I know
some
which one it
kind
is.
of,
Get
children's
okay,
tale
just
about
want-
bonking
give me-
him
Get
on
all
give me
the
a
those
head.
nat
percentage
20s
roll.
out now, Dave. Like, we
What?
don't want you rolling those as
Give me a
DM,
percentage
so,
roll.
yeah, right.
Percentage roll. Yeah. I don't know. I think I'm gonna call that my new DM die.
I seem to remember
Uh,
a children's tale about bopping him on the head or something.
Yeah. I'm not a little bunny frou frou though.
Oh, that's what it was.
Running through the forest.
81.
Up the field mice and bopping them on
Wow.
the head.
And that's with the melee strike, right? That wasn't with ranged attack.
Okay. All right. So he gets his attack, which will be at a negative. Well, it's a negative to his plus because of all these injuries he's taken. As he attempts to hit, he's got one shot to hit ox.
Bring it.
Let's see here. Wow, I rolled a 2.
That would be a miss, sir. Yeah.
So plus his whatever, he fails and drops dead as Merrick and Percival hit him with the arrow. Merrick cracked him in the arm. You see you hear his bones and his like clavicle just shatter, and he tries to hit you, Ox, and the sword just drops from his hand, and he just slides off your sword, and he is dead.
Ox kind of leans into Blood Whisper and just says, "Was it as good for you as it was for me?" And he runs his finger along the edge of the blade and it just like licks the blood. Like, yeah, for sure. Yeah.
The sword quivers in your hand.
Okay, yeah.
This is.
It's creepier than I thought it was gonna be, but yeah.
Wasn't there like a game that just came out for like the Xbox and PlayStation where it's a literal dating sim with like RPG weapons?
I think so.
Like Boyfriend Dungeon or something like that, or Dungeon
Right.
like.
All the rats that were in the room just kind of begin to move around and scatter, and they just go everywhere through the cave and start running around.
Oh, go on, lads.
I don't know. I killed their king. Like, doesn't that make me their new ruler?
Look, Percy, look, it's fast food. Like,
Literally.
Percy's already chopping off fingies and toes of this were rat thing. It looks pretty tasty.
So as you're doing it, it begins to transform back into like a human.
Oh, who is it?
Looks like a scraggly old human man.
It's still good.
I thought it was gonna
Seemingly
be
out
what's
of
his name from the
nowhere,
ship.
a card sort of drifts down and lands on his chest, and it's the
Oh,
death
God.
card.
Ox sort of like, you can see the dread in his face as he approaches, like slowly but steadily. He has to do it. Like it's and he lifts the card and flips it and looks at it and sees
What the card on the guy?
yeah.
Yeah, you see, you don't need to flip it. You see it land from like out of nowhere. It's the death card, and it landed on him.
God damn it, Merrick.
What?
Do you believe me now?
Well, I mean, there was a lot of commotion. Maybe it was just on the floor and it got
Where
kicked
did
up.
it come from, Merrick? And it just happened to be the death card.
Oh, apparently they're very common. Like it's probably something you get in every booster. It's like a land card.
I lean into Blood Whisper and I'm like, don't listen to him. He doesn't know what he's talking about. Like he doesn't know what he's talking
I mean, you're talking
He
to a
doesn't
sword,
understand.
and you're
Doesn't
questioning my sanity.
He doesn't understand sweet death like we do. He's like,
Okay, first of all, I know a lot about. No, you're right. I don't know anything. I didn't study it extensively.
I know a lot about these sweet fingers and toes.
Okay.
So yeah, okay. Now let's wake up Kellen.
Yeah, what's next? Now we need to wake up Kellen. But he can't have the sword back. I'm just telling him right now, guys. If he tries to take the sword back, I'm going to kill him. So, like, let's just all agree that's, like
that was
fair.
Yeah, that was
Okay.
fine with me before we even started this whole thing.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah.
Then let's slap him awake and yeah, right.
Yeah, he wakes up. Oh, what happened?
Or do you kind of had a little freak out there, buddy?
Huh?
Big rat attacked you, hit your head on the wall.
Yeah,
Yeah, look, the
He
dead
came
troll.
out of nowhere, but there he
almost
is.
killed you. Yeah, right.
I got him for you though. I got him for you.
He
'cause-
slammed your head
What is
against the
that
wall.
smell?
A
It's
couple
awful.
times.
It smells like burnt.
It's burnt hair. It's
Oh, that's the
fine.
troll. Yeah, we
right,
already killed the
This is-
troll. You were there for that.
yeah.
Stench.
It was probably burnt rat too.
Yeah,
The
there's some of that.
The question is, like, we've recovered your stash, your cargo. So, like,
Oh. Great. And he staggers to his feet and looks at he starts going through the basket.
All right, I think he's cool, guys.
Hello. Let's back to the boat we go.
Agreed. The Svirfneblin is pretty accurate in this
Wait,
scenario.
so is he paying us though, or are we getting paid by this guy?
Well, I think we have to deliver it first, right?
Oh,
That because he's the fence. He's like the middleman.
all right. Well, then let's not worry about it here. Let's just get this stuff on the ship, and you can rifle through it later.
Well, should one of us retrieve the one missing purple stone, your favorite, Merrick?
No, they're useless, so there's no point. It's like going out of your way to get a dead battery. Like, is it really worth it?
That's a good point. Blood Whisper, what do you think?
But you know what? You guys go ahead. I have to use. I got to nature calls, so I'm just gonna.
I don't trust you for a second.
I don't know. I just gotta relieve myself.
Ox keeps one eye on Merrick at all time.
Okay, first of all, privacy. I'm a shy peer, so if you guys are just turn around. But I'm going to go back in the cave and see if I can find that purple gem.
Okay.
Give me a wisdom roll.
3, which in this case is good. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
Through some of rummaging through some of the old, look like shipwrecked pieces and busted furniture and some nice clothes that were in some sort of drawer, you find this violet crystal.
Okay, I'll pocket it.
You secretly want to be a hero.
I'll pocket it and just and then whistle. Like, is there like a? Oh, screw it. I don't really have to go, so I'll just take my water skin and I'll just start like pouring it out and whistling.
So as you come back, you notice like the sword is like watching you as you go by, Merrick.
Okay, Ox.
As it should. Yeah, right. It's okay.
Oh, we were friends.
It's okay, Blood Whisper. We're gonna let that one go. We're gonna let that one slide for now.
Percival's like got the sheath because like we kind of had the I think who was carrying the sheath?
I don't think anyone was actually carrying
Kellen
it.
had it at one point.
Kellen had it.
And then
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Right. Can I have this sheath for my sword, Kellen?
He looks around and picks it up off the ground. Yeah, here it is. Sorry.
I will sheathe Blood Whisper, and I will clip her onto my belt proudly.
Well, that didn't last long.
So yes, you do that as you do that.
Yeah, right.
As you do that, the card that you had falls out of like your cloak.
Oh shit!
And lands onto the ground.
And
it's face down.
Just leave it. Let's just go.
No, I have to do it.
No, but what you don't know won't hurt me. So let's go.
I know I have to do it. And Ox looks down at Blood Whisper and says, "You would never hurt me, right?" And he lifts the card and flips it.
It is a picture of a man in armor holding the sword, like cradling it, and it's the lovers.
Fuck yeah. Yes. All right. Yes.
Oh god damn. All right.
Yes, and I will take the card and I'll lovingly put it into my inside breast pocket. And then I will look over at Merrick and I will go, jealous.
How so my room is like far away from his, right?
You guys have rooms?
And the walls are thick enough that it would muffle. Look, I mean, I'm not going to hate those who live different. Just be safe.
Yeah, don't judge. Don't judge.
I'm not going to judge. I'm not. Hey, no, not that there's anything wrong with that. What a man and his sword choose to do in the privacy of their own bedroom is, it's their deal, right?
Oh god.
Just,
Oh, I
All
missed
they're
you,
losing
Merrick.
on plow sword.
just make sure you're armored up. Use protection.
Oh man.
Don't unsheath it unless you mean it.
Yeah.
Oh jeez.
All right, so you grab the assorted rats. I'm sure Percival is.
Hmm. Oh yeah, he's
But-
got to get all of his booty.
Yep.
Everyone else is like gathering up treasure, and he's just scooping up dead rats.
Yeah.
I'll be set for a whole month.
Elran is just kind of like covers up the body of Pendleton and starts arranging like the stuff in the room and like sets fire. Like looks like he's just basically gonna burn this whole cave out.
Okay, so I guess he's not
Awesome.
mad at us then for killing.
No.
All right.
Oh yeah.
We'll also free you from this curse.
Curse? What curse? What are you talking about? Curse? There's no curse. What, like, are you implying there's something wrong with this sword, Merrick? Because there's clearly nothing wrong with this sword.
Yes, I know how denial works. Okay. You don't argue with the master here, but yeah. So Ox is taking that sword. You don't have to worry about it affecting you anymore.
And Ox draws his two-handed sword and he hands it to Elran. As he hands the two-handed sword to Elran, he looks to Blood Whisper and he says, "There's no one for me but you." Like, and he hands off his two-handed sword.
So yeah,
Find me a shield, guys.
he looks and just kind of he hands it and then sets it down like on his table as you've like burned out the cave is like burning. He's burned out the cave, and as you were heading back to his little hut, you see the rats just scatter, and that there are piles of bones everywhere, like large piles. Look like all little rat bones are all piles.
That's not weird.
Yeah, that's probably fine.
Yeah, right.
Kellen has got the all the crystals, and so let's get back to the ship.
Yeah, sounds good to me. This has been a weird place.
Yeah, I need to kill someone for a shield.
Or you could buy one.
It's
Yeah,
off to the
I mean,
we'll go.
like you say tomato, I say tomato. Same thing. So yeah.
I mean, you're saying murder. I'm saying commerce. I think those are different words.
It's a judgment call, right?
I mean, I guess it's like, you spell color with an O, we spell it with an OU.
Exactly.
Like it's
yeah.
that's how it works. Yep, same thing, just different.
Exactly. I'll say sorry. Like it's fine.
Yeah.
So Kellen is like collecting all the he's got the crystals and he puts them in the dinghy boat, and you're collecting all this stuff, and the sun is coming up, and he grabbed that little that beacon thing, and he's stashes it in his pocket, and Elran is just standing there outside his little hut, just kind of watching you as you're collecting all your stuff, and you start to row out to your boat, and you see Elran kind of walk up, and he looks at the table of the sword that Ox had given him, and he goes to pick it up, and he fumbles it out of his hand, and it falls to the ground.
So he's basically just like
He's just clumsy. I don't think he killed
right.
that king. I think he's just...
I figured out what it
he
is.
probably
He's cursed.
actually he killed the king by accident,
Yeah.
and like the sword fell out of his hand and into the king's throat.
Yeah.
I think
right.
he's cursed to fumble whatever weapon belongs to him. Since you gave it to him to keep, now he fumbles it.
That'd be a good place
Yeah.
to stop.
Oh, I also had an idea to solve the shield problem for you. Percival can spend a lot of time with a very large rock.
Oh, no. yes.
As long as you're
Also-
not doing what he's doing with that sword.
You know, what happens between a consenting adult and a consenting weapon is none of your concern, Merrick. Like,
No,
I'm just saying.
Just
I get
wait till he gets back to the ship and,
The
and Furious
sword-
George finds out.
Yeah, the sword is of age, Merrick. Like,
Oh,
like,
yeah,
right.
that sword is probably kind of famous amongst or infamous. Anyway, that's fine.
It's
It's
fine.
not my
Fine.
concern.
It's fine. Just look at it this way. It just means more dead people for you to do necromantic research with. Oh, I mean,
You mean non-necromantic research?
Exactly. Yeah, right.
Because
right.
As long as I get the fingers and toes, I don't care.
Whenever
Well,
Merrick does become a
that was-
necromancer.
that was a great but odd session. So, yeah, for sure.
There was a lot of
Yeah, when the person that wants to eat fingers and toes is the most normal person in the group.
Well, that's not true. Kellen was like the adult for like 2 minutes, and then yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
for sure.
I guess I meant like actual player character, but
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah.
and not the DM like secretly having enough of our crap.
Well, then I would say that the guy whose character is named Kirk Crobane is probably
That's
the
true.
most adult. Like, yeah, right.
Yeah.
Right.
Except he ran off into the woods looking for a mosquito. So
That's true, but that's only because he had to go, right? Like, so yeah. But for most of the session, he was just like sort of jaw agape, like, really, is this what we're doing right now? So yeah, right.
Hey, at least when Merrick becomes a necromancer, you'll have a lot of fingerless and toeless zombies.
yeah,
That's true. That's true. And at least
becomes.
and at least when Ox fulfills Blood Whisper's deepest desire, again, you'll have plenty of have plenty of fodder with which to work with
Right.
and experiment on. So look at it that way, Merrick. It's a
I'm
a
sure.
win-win. It's a
I'm
win-win.
sure this benefits everybody and will not come back to bite us in the ass in any
Of
way,
course.
shape, or form.
Imagine
For sure.
Percival with the pickled goblin fingers. Oh, you'd have a heyday.
Oh yeah, I gotta bring those back.
I'm pretty sure that Blood Whisper won't corrupt Ox to the point where he'll kill you in your sleep. Like, I mean, I'm fairly certain that that's gonna happen. Like, I mean, like,
I don't know that inflection.
Yeah.
I just got a lot more out of Elrand's cursed sword than I ever thought I would.
Damn it, the DM is listening.
Oh, it all just stems from overanalyzing things that we're worried about that we probably shouldn't worry about.
Yeah, it all comes from your deepest fears, right? Like,
Yep.
yeah, for sure.
Oh, fun.
This was not necessarily what I expected, but also like super fun. But
It was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
For sure.
Hell, at this point, I don't know what you're expecting.
Damn dirty apes.